tried to replace you with something new, whilst my body dries, heartbreak along the ground, dancing about the idea of you, whilst you decide if I belong to lost and found. You know I'm dying to reach out to you. I'm trying but you can't see. You just hear me. I'm crying 'cause I can't feel you. My heart's sinking to my feet. I'm lying 'cause I can't touch you. Why can't you just hear me?
Hello everyone and welcome back to the RSC EU. We are here in the play-in stage, still at the prospect tier, and we are into play-ins day 2. We had our first day over on Monday, we've had our Valentine's Day break, and now we're straight back into the action. We have our first play-in winner confirmed. It was indeed Palmists from the other side, and then the third game went on. This time we have a fight going on between Dwarves and Caro first, and they will play, the winner of that will play Terra in that second round of the play-ins. It's all going on here, all these teams playing for their lives. It's single elimination for these first 2 matches, and joining me in the booth for the first one is Sir Winilot. How are you doing?
Well, I'm not too bad. As I casted on the Palmas last game, they are looking like a front runner now. It's hard to ignore them, but today we must. We have Dwarfs and Caro, as you say, and it is looking to be a great match.
Yeah, we can see the schedule here as Murray, our wonderful streamer in the background, is controlling the buttons, and yeah, there you go. We also have tonight, after the winner of this in Terra play, we have that third matchup between Rogue and Micah faction to see who stays in the upper bracket and who will drop down for the playoffs on Saturday. And after that we will move into the team stats. These 2 teams of course were in separate conferences, so there's not so much you can do to compare them, but there's the raw numbers you can get, and you can see Dwarves come in as the lower seed. They got 2 less wins, but most of the stats head their way. They got more goals for, less goals against, slightly less saves, and more demos. I'm still not sure what's going on with those stats, because the stats I see say Dwarves have more demos and a better shooting percent. So most of the numbers going the way of the lower seed here.
Well, sometimes that happens in a transfer of conference battles, right? Depending on which teams they play against. But one thing I do want to point out is the amount of goals against for Caro. That 198 goals against. I am a defense first type player, slow place type player. I really think the goals against is something that we have to look for today, and when the playoffs get tight, so do the scores. So I think that's going to be the difference maker.
It could well be. They do come in to these elimination stages of the season with the lowest goal difference in the top 12 of prospect. So it could be a concerning sight, how many goals they do concede. But we'll move into the player stats here, see who shined individually. And there's definitely one player in particular, I think, that stands out above the rest. Aussie for Dwarves, again on the lower side, is standing out. He's got 72 goals, 67 saves, 39% shooting accuracy, and 86 demos. Those are a lot of great numbers for the Swede.
Well, you know what? I love to cause a rustle up here in the booth, but I can't argue with you there, Bar. I think you've hit it right on the head. I think you've absolutely explained the perfection that Ozzy's been this season. I had to look through some of the stats. He might very well be a problem this game.
Yeah, Caro gonna have to try and figure out a way to deal with him, and of course, you can always run into the trap of trying to stop one player too much and then the other 2 come back into the fray. On the other side, Caro are a lot more evenly spread, I'd say. All of them sitting around 70 saves. It shows that, they have been defending a lot. They can get the saves in, but sometimes it is concerning how much they do end up conceding. We'll have to wait and see if they can, which side they can show their high save number or the high goals conceded number.
Well, you know what? For me, I think, like I said, the playoffs really tend to show those close, tight games. I'm very, very excited to see what gives here, because something's gotta.
One of these teams is going home in this match. Only one can advance to the next round against Terra. Who is going to show up on the day? Who is going to go home empty-handed? Just waiting for the final confirmation from the teams, which they don't seem to be giving, and then we'll be right into it. I'm going to throw it over to you, though. I'm going to ask the all-important question here in the caster booth. Do you have a prediction for which way this one's going to swing?
Well, you know what? I just want to say Caro. I have to. I don't know what it is. I saw it in chat a couple times. Chat was getting excited. I can see people typing in chat. It's getting me excited about Caro, and I'm going to go with Caro. That's what I'm doing today. What do you got, Bar?
Well, I have to go the other way from you, don't I?
Yeah.
They come in with the better numbers. They come in with Aussie on the pitch, and I'm sure they're going to shine and take down the Shaman team.
All right, I love it. We have a little bit of a battle in the booth, and then a battle on the pitch is about to start. The engines warm up. The classic calls beginning, Bar, and here we go. They are off.
And something that I'm immediately noticing here is, while Caro come in with their full roster, we have Bobo playing for Dwarves, who has not played a single series for them yet. So this is going to be very interesting to see how he can adapt on the pitch with his two new teammates, and how the other two can make the most of that as well. Callie's going to put our first shot on of the night, but Spongy will deal with it with ease.
We see here the play is starting off pretty quick, but I think you're right about that substitution. It can go both ways. It can be a surprise to the other team or a surprise to yourself. At the end of the day, both teams are now being affected by the same thing on the field, so let's see who handles it first. That's a great side touch to the right wall. Then a huge demo, as you said earlier. The demos might be a problem in this game. It's going to create a lot of space. It could be. It's going to be off the left post. Oh my goodness, Bar. We are already starting off with some close chances.
We're barely a minute in, and Dwarves are trying to find their way through this Caro back line. They have not managed to make their mark just yet. Callie is going to go again. And Callie just goes all the way through. It's 1-0.
Oh my goodness, Bar, look at this. It's a kind of an awkward 50 as he takes a weird touch there, gets it and just kind of muscles it through. He's been hitting the gym clearly. And we have our first goal.
Caro, they do have a save on the board, but it's looking like their shaky defense is going to be a problem for them in this playing stage. They're going to have to try and keep it tight, prevent Dwarves from doing more damage, because although it's early in the game and in the series, every goal that goes in lowers your chances of advancing to the next round. That's a concerning whiff from Hyper, but Bobo doesn't quite manage to read what was going to happen there, and
here comes the
Caro
counter.
get away with it.
Oh, you're right, though. They do get away with that, Bar. The thing is, how many times are they gonna, right?
Yeah, it's always going to be lurking in their minds that they might let an easy one or two through, and Caro are going to have these Dwarves lurking and looking for the mistakes. And here's a chance from Hyper. Bobo's going to backflip, and it's one all of a sudden.
Bar, we see our first real whiff from the other side, and it's the nerves getting to them, Bar.
The nerves, plus the fact that this is his first ever series for the Dwarves. And yeah, it's all adding up there to go terribly for Bobo. He's let in that goal. He'll be very disappointed with himself, and you know, both teams are going to have to deal with their defensive difficulties. Here's a brilliant flip reset chance from Aussie. Is anyone going to get there? Kelly flies past the ball. No, it's going to be a counter chance for Caro. Spongy's beaten one, but can't get through all three. Was almost a chance going both ways, but we settle back into the midfield.
We do have a great flipper reset. It got me excited too, and I love the call on that because there could have been a great chance as we see the ball kind of drifting into the mid. This is going to be an opportunity. It could be. It's off the bar down. Bar, it's 2-1. Just as we thought, this game was going to be a little bit one-sided. They turned on the Jets from somewhere, and their counterattacks have been so strong.
Aussie caught asleep on the back line. He should have been able to get there, but maybe he missed the boost. Maybe he was waiting for it to spawn. I'm not quite sure what was going through his head there, but both of those Dwarves players, Aussie and Bobo, will be regretting their decisions leading up to the two Caro goals, and they do have now lost the lead. It's going towards the Shaman side, and as we enter the second half of game one, they're the ones with the initiative. Bobo might gets a chance here, but Sassy shuts it down.
So many half chances in the midfield here just being squandered by great late 50s. As we see a half double commit in the mid, it might not matter too much. They're both going the same way anyways. A good pinch into the middle is going to bring the ball all the way out of their end, and let's see if they can put the press on here. They do get there early. It's going to be awkward. It gets across over to Ozzy, who's been in good places after that one mishap. He's been good, but they do go away possession cheaply. He gets the it's so close there, Bar, and it's still anyone's game.
Still plenty of time here for Dwarves to strike back, but they are the ones under fire at the moment. Brilliant read from Spongy, all for the post points from Hyper, and it all is going swimmingly for them now.
You have to admit, this is a great read. He actually gets this in himself, and you saw the play developing, and you thought, no way he could get that. And then he does. It's 3-1. Oh, they must be shaking in their boots on the other side here.
It's all come crashing down for the Dwarves so quickly. And although they do still have time, the 2-goal lead is a lot more intimidating than just the one. And they're still in their own back half, struggling to put more chances on. They're being outshot 5-2. They're going to have to try and turn this one around as quickly as possible. Cali will push it forward, and there is space for them to advance into, but they've got no boost, and it's just going to go straight over back to Caro, who even with a whiff still maintain possession of the ball, but it's struck back into the red half. Oh, he's hitting it central. Spongy gets a touch to prevent any possible chance, and will follow it up, try to get it away from the danger zone as they look to hold their 2-0 lead.
Oh, Bar! Just as you said they're trying to hold on to, they almost extend it, and we do have an insurance goal, 3-1 with a minute left. I don't know if it's going to matter too much, but they are playing so fast and so precise that they look really, really good. I think it's actually become a problem for these Dwarfs because the pace of play is causing them to whiff a little bit. As I say that, occurs with the commentators to save off the crossbar. It's going off to the right side. It's going to be back in with a minute left. The goal could really change the series here. They do hold well. It's going to be put in the middle, and this is a chance for them to counterattack when they get there first. They are holding their goal line, so do not press at the half field as they do lose boost possession. It's going to be back and right back down. A huge demo on the goal line. This could be chaos. It could be in. It's off the post. Another demo. Oh, Brian! Take over. I can't handle it.
Caro desperately trying to scramble it away. Boble keeps the pressure on, though. He's got players waiting in the middle, but the pinch goes away from the net. It is going to be Cali to collect, but got no boost. Means Aussie's going to have to come through and rescue the chance. He only finds Spongy, and Spongy can carry it all the way away. There's only 20 seconds now for Caro to hold on to this lead. And a brilliant ground pinch from Spongy. Hyper comes in with the demo, and Caro will surely secure game one.
That is textbook counterattacking. I'm taking on the first player. I'll beat him. You get the second backup. Not a problem. We have a third guy in the midfield in case I don't get beat. It's perfect. Rocket League, guys.
Dwarves are going to need a miracle if they're to pull anything from game one. Maybe it's just looking more towards trying to gather some momentum, try and keep some dignity going into the next part of this series, but Caro do not look like they want to slow down. They conceded first, and ever since then they have not looked back. They've been the better team. Spongy even going for a flip reset now. Hyper could have poured salt in the wound, but flies past the ball. We hit 0 seconds. Will there be any last shenanigans? No, it just drops to the ground, and Caro, as you say, it was a textbook counter-attack for the fourth, and it was textbook response from going down early. They claimed game one.
Yeah, they really never looked back, did they? They got scored on and said, okay, time to sit up and play. They played 33% better, as the stat shows, when you sit up and play, and they never looked back. I think it was an important thing that you said, Barn. I really want to touch on this because it's very important. I think you're right in saying they needed to maybe score a goal in that last 30 seconds just for momentum's sake into the next game. It feels a lot better having scored after a 5-minute real lull of chances on net. Their goal line defense was so strong, so I think it's important you bring that up.
Yeah, and I even touched on how Dwarves were the ones being outshot. In the end, it's equal 7-all, but Dwarves couldn't make any other shots count. And yeah, they're left with a 1 in 7 shooting percent, which is not only just generally bad, it's much, much lower than the shooting percent they came into this series with. So they'll be disappointed both in the goals they conceded and in how they failed to make the most of their chances. The goals they conceded, they know there were a lot of avoidable errors in there. Later on, Caro were scoring really good chances, but Dwarves kind of let them a bit back into the game themselves, and they'll have to try and fix those mistakes at the back. We thought it was going to be Caro who were going to be a bit lackluster with their defense, but Dwarves are the one looking at more in danger of letting this defense completely slip.
Yeah, you are absolutely spot on, and it is easier said than done from up here in the booth with Bar and I, but I think we are right, and it has to change this game, and they're off.
Here we go, another chance for Bobo to try and settle in. Of course, it was his first game. Maybe that's their warm-up now, and they're going to mesh together as a 3 better now, but They'd have the first possession and they don't do much with it. Hyper's got to look for the counter attack,
no!
and Bobo, I think, completely leaves the net and leaves it wide open for Hyper to grab the first goal for Caro.
I think it's clearly a miscommunication there. He says, oh, you missed the boost, I'll get it. Oh, wait, I have to go in front of the net, and that is on the counter, and that's what happens. It can happen so fast. A good bounce off the left wall, and they have an early 1-0 lead. Do we see the reverse of last game, though, Bar?
Could be. I will apologise to Bobo there as well. It was Aussie who was the one going for boost when the goal was dipping for the other team, and they're already back into a deficit. They're already having to try and turn this around. And as you say, Caro did it last game, but they're the ones with all the momentum now, with 5 goals unanswered. The Dwarves are going to have to try and find a way back in. Aussie is pushing, but Hyper shuts it down. Cali actually has a brilliant chance to try and win some space here for Dwarves, but it's unfortunately no problem for their defense, and they just go straight back into the attack. Sassy's putting all the pressure on Cali. Bobo has to come through and rescue them, but Cali now picks it up again with space and time and boost, but can only throw it at Spongy. Dwarves are really struggling to build up their attack.
Yeah, that is clearly the issue for these guys right now. They just can't get, they can get over the half line, but it's coming right back down their throats, and it's going to be back in on the double tap. Oh my goodness, Bar! Did you see that? What a great play. Rotates to the left side. Spongy does the half chance. He gets up, pushes it up, and it just kind of loops in under the crossbar.
No one from Dwarves was going to read that. Hyper trying to elevate his game here on Forbidden Temple. 2 goals to the good, both of them coming from the Englishman. And look, he's trying to go for more. He's into the air with plenty of boost. He's not quite going to get the power directed towards the net, but you can see how much of a threat he's going to be throughout this series.
Yeah, you can absolutely see his pace of play is picking up. It seems like he keeps having another level after another level. As they keep winning these aerial duels, you can only imagine it's a matter of time before this game could get out of hand. If they don't start committing in the midfield there, they have to keep some pressure. He does get up, though. It could be. What a great save by Spongy, who is kind of making himself announced on the defensive end here, I have to admit, Bar.
Trying to match what Hyper's doing at the other end in his own half. Bobo is trying to go for this to deny Sassy, but luckily it was off target. And Dwarves will be able to get it out of defense. Aussie trying to push it, but it's a bit of a heavy first touch, and Spongy can collect. Aussie shuts it down. There was anyone going to be in the middle. Bobo's up, but too slow. Can't get there before Sassy does, and now Cali's left to boom it back in the red half. He's looking for a centre ball, but with 0 boost, you can only get it towards where Hyper can clear it away. 50 with Aussie's going to leave it lurking in the middle, but Sassy is the first to it. We stay for a little bit more back and forth in the midfield. Bobo looking for a pass, but Spongy's too quick. Caro are proving that their pace is at a higher level than Dwarves is, and they're looking like they're going to continue to hold us down, but a 2v1, Cali just turns away. Surely he should have stayed on that play with Aussie.
I think so, and you're right, the pace of play was on there, but you almost had curse to the commentator, but then a great defensive play, and they just did not commit to the attack. At one point, they're going to have to here, Bar. They're going to have to do something. They'll have to give up, maybe getting scored on, give up another chance. That's a huge play! They could turn on this if it gets into the middle!
It's off target! Cali's racing through, and he slots it in! They have one back, so win a lot.
Oh, they do, Bar! They do! And it's 2-1 with 2 minutes left. This game is far from over, and how exciting is this? They're making a game of this, just as we thought maybe they weren't committing enough. They showed us, hey, everybody calm down, we know what we're doing.
It even looked like in that play that they weren't going to commit hard enough with Bobo's initial chance off target, yes. But Caro were so far out of position that Cali did still have time to go and get it, but they still need one more here. They've got 2 minutes left to rescue this game, and they didn't manage to do it last game when they were behind. They are pushing maybe slightly harder now. Maybe that goal will give them some confidence, but Caro is still going to make that as difficult as they possibly can. Hyper's going the whole length of the pitch here, but can't quite get past Aussie. It will go central. There's going to be Sassy up for it, but Bobo gets it over him. Now the counter should be on, but Spongy steals the boost, and it's going to make it pretty hard for Bobo to get anything from this. He does still find Cali, but Spongy will take it back for Caro possession.
Wow, a huge demo in the midfield again, and they're actually opening up space here. It's starting to get a little bit faster as it's awkward and it's up. Oh, no one can finish that. Good chance, though, if they're ready. They are there, and it's going to be going back. Aussie's got the ball up. He's going to get down off the angle. Cali's going to go to 50. It's back in the middle. It's chaos on the goal line. It's cleared by Spongy. Could have went any way there as well, but Bobby keeps it in here. It's going to be a problem. The pace of play is now picked up, and Aussie's played a lot better. As he gives up the ball in the midfield, it's going to be back. The counterattack's on. It could be pushed back in the middle for Spongy to turn on. No, he doesn't turn on. He lets the let it go. It's going to be back against the goal line again. They are back into their own end with their back foot on the back pedal. Oh, do they have someone there? Spongy's just going. Bar!
are shutting down the Dwarves. You criticize Spongy for not going for that play, but he knew that he was last man and he had to stay back. And
Correct.
look what he gets as a reward. He goes the whole length of the pitch. No one from Dwarves was back. They were pushing up slightly too high. And now they are down in the pits. They've got 54 seconds to prevent it going from a 2-0 scoreline where they would need a reverse sweep. They have to change things around now.
It's a great play by Spongy, and he made me eat my words so quickly, and that's what great players do to casters, don't they? But as they move forward, they do have a 3-1 lead again with almost 30 seconds left here. It's looking like they have it. What? I didn't need it!
How does Ozzy make this work? It looked like it's going to be an absolute no chances. All of the Carrow players look set up in defense, but he just absolutely slams it into the corner wall, and he keeps on going through it. They have one back again, but they still haven't equalized.
I just can't believe it. We have 30 seconds left, and it's now 3-2 back to anyone's game, and it could be right here if they commit. It's Kelly! Shirley! Oh my goodness!
They do what they could not before, and they make their goals count. They are back in to game number 2 with an expert comeback, and Carrow are going to be left wondering how they've let this one slip.
Oh, and this is where it's really important to not lose your composure, much like we're doing in the booth bar. You have to we're still tied, it's still 3-3, and it could be for the Wicked Kelly's here! Oh,
What's he doing? He saves something mid-shot, now Bobo misses. Callie's gonna try and go for something, but he can't quite get there. 10 seconds left, and Dwarves are the ones looking for the winner.
Oh, but it's pitch back! 5 seconds! Boy, this is mayhem! We have no control over ourselves, it's up! It could be in! Oh, what a save by Ozzy! It's
He's
still
gonna
up!
send it not to the ground, it's on the curve, but he cannot quite get back to it. We are in OT with a lot. You've been saying it's anyone's game before. No, it's definitely anyone's game. One goal to take this to 2-0. Or Dwarves will find the equaliser. Callie's playing essential, but Hyper's now first. Bobo now last back in defense. It's going to go to Spongy, but he cannot get a shot towards net just yet, and Dwarves managed to regroup.
It almost feels like the whole series is on the line right now, Bar. You don't want to go down 2-0 as the shot's on net. Bounce guys, and he does! And it's going to be back against the motion. Spongy's going to keep it in their end. Although double tap here, oh, he misses that! It's back in the corner to the safe place of the field. He does get it over, and it's kept in. This is awkward. Oh, there's not a minute to breathe out here in this overtime period. It almost feels like if they lose this, if Dwarves lose this overtime, it almost feels like it's over. The reverse sweep is a possibility, Bart, but it is rare.
It's always a tough ask. They'll definitely be wanting to claim this one here, prevent it from going to that. And they are still pushing, but no one's onto this ball just yet. Ozzy gets bumped out of the way, and Carly is looking quite lonesome in defense, but the ball is up and away from Hyper, means Ozzy can come through on the cut and get it straight back towards the Carrow net. It's on target. Ozzy has to deny. Now Carly's up looking for his chance. It goes off the sidewall, and no one can do anything with it just yet. Ozzy to the post once again. Carly they equalized.
Oh my god, Bar! It doesn't get more exciting than this! Can you believe what we just saw? The series is tied at 1. A minute into overtime, Callie doesn't just save the squad, he rescues them! And they'll be talking about this for years to come.
Absolutely ridiculous from Dwarves to keep themselves in that game, both mentally and physically. They knew that they were not down and out at 3-1 like they were in game 1. They were going to come back, and they're going to do it in style. Callie with his hat-trick, and they are straight back into this series. It's now in the best of 3 situation, 2 games for any of these teams, and they will advance to the next round.
It doesn't get much more intense than this. This is what everybody paid for. This is what the price of admission costs. It costs your sanity and a Friday's afternoon of overtime. After that overtime, I don't know if I'm getting paid extra, Bar, but let me tell you, this next game I am excited for.
We'll put that winning team in the driving seat. It's a very, very important game 3. You said that this one was important, and it was. Dwarves have now made it back to the level mark, and the next game is even more important. The tension raises and raises as you go on in the series. Every moment, every goal matters even more than the last. And the Dwarves are now the ones with the momentum. They score 3 in a row. Will they be able to keep it up into game 3 on Sovereign Heights, or will Carrow wrestle back some of the possession and some of the confidence that they had at the start of game 2?
Well, I'm thinking we are in for a treat as the engines are roaring again. The crowd starts screaming. They're about to make first contact, and they do. It's directly off to the right, depending on your position of seating. And Hyper gets the first touch of the game. It's going to be back down. big bump's going to be part of this game. I can tell already. Okay, you marked it right now, folks. Big physical play is going to be a part of this game. These teams do not like each other anymore. Awkward. Bar.
What on earth are Caro doing? Hyper with the weakest clearance I've ever seen, and no one thinks to follow it up. It just drifts through from Bobo as all three players dive and miss. Dwarves have a very fortunate, I would say, first goal, but they'll be all the happier for it. They won't care how it went in. They'll just notice, like, oh no, we almost have a goal off the kickoff the other way. It doesn't quite go in. Oh, he's got an own goal, but wants to get there. Ozzy's been saving his teammate's shot, looking for own goals. Not quite sure what he's doing sometimes here.
I know, he's making me nervous. He's making me really nervous. Oh, almost a bump. It's just mayhem in their end right now. It could go anywhere, but it's not going at the net. I don't know. I can barely sit in this chair. I don't know how you do it, Bar, but let me tell you right now, these guys are going to come to play. 1-0 means nothing. Oh, it's off another save. They are defending for their lives. As the ball finally gets cleared, we can take a breath, but only for a moment, as this is a huge, important play here. He does get boosted, and he's going to get this awkwardly into the middle. He's pitching this time. A great save, and it's going to be off the left for Sassy. It's going to be back into the middle. Pass over to Sassy. They are countering. It's going to be straight down for Hyper. It's in.
Caro, with such a well-worked goal, they spot the lax defense from Dwarves. They see the gap is there, and Sassy pinches it down for Hyper to finish off. He is the man for the Shaman team, and he continues to keep up his scoring run. He gets the equalizer, and a minute into this game 3, we're none the wiser to who's going to be better off.
Yeah, we're trying to bring the energy, but it's not really too hard as we get the fake flip. It's really going to be here. This is going to be a place you don't want to be missing for the next 20 minutes here, guys. This game is going to go the distance. I can feel it. Oh, it's awkward. Callie makes a save. He's got a slow turn. It's 15. Callie's strong on the 50. He says, I don't have boost. I don't need it. I'll clear it myself. It's going to be about. This is going to be very awkward for them. Coming back around their own end. Bar, does it seem to me like the pace of play is almost making it tough for both teams right now?
They're both trying to play at a level higher than they've ever known before. They know that it's single elimination, that this is everything for their RSC11 series. And yeah, the quicker you play, the better you try to play, the more mistakes that can creep up. But these two teams have been keeping it as solid as they can, and it's making for a very exciting play here. Callie should have put it on target. He can't quite. It's still alive for Bobo, though. He's sent it with a crossbar, and Ozzy can't quite get around it for a shot. It keeps it alive. They're looking for maybe Callie in the middle. He's off the ceiling, and he does get a central. Callie's there. It's top shelf. Dwarves reclaim the lead.
We gotta see this again, Bar. Look at this. He gets to the ceiling, gets the reset, and then absolutely gets Callie on the nose, who makes no mistake this time, gets it under the bar. Oh, 2 minutes and 50 seconds left, and it's anyone's game again.
Harrow go reeling once more. They just cannot keep this Dwarves side out. They're left in the deficit here again. We trickle in to the second half of game 3. And Dwarves are in the ascendancy. Bobo's going to fly past this one, but Callie had the good demo. Prevent any big Caro attack coming through, and Ozzy will be able to get this clearance as well. Dwarves are looking to keep it solid at the back here. They don't want any easy mistakes later to a Caro goal, and brilliant clearance from Bobo. Right place, right time. Gets it away from the goal, and now this starts off the counter himself. Gets a 50 with Sassy, but Callie has to try and work it back into the middle. Hyper almost just gives it straight back. Ozzy comes through instead, and it is going to be a chance here for them. Spongy will deal with it though, and Hyper now should have a chance on the counter. He's looking for the redirect. It's on net. Stays in.
Oh, what did we just witness? I can't believe it. We had both of us screaming at the same time there.
Oh.
It was an out-of-body experience, and it gets into the top left corner. That might be the best goal I've seen while casting here. I almost said calculated. I'm outside of myself. What an amazing goal.
Spongy with the pass of his life, Hyper with the redirect of everyone's lives, and now Ozzy's going to try to look to strike right back, but Hyper somehow gets a touch under it, but here come Dwarves again. Callie gets the bump, and Hyper somehow gets there before Bobo. Ozzy has to go back because Hyper's so threatening here, and he chooses his moment to tackle right, and he will get the double off the sidewall as well. Dwarves are bearing down on this Caro goal. It's a flick over Hyper. Callie's going to be there. He can't quite make contact as he goes for the shot himself, but Hyper will deny once more. Hyper single-handedly trying to keep Caro in this game, and for the moment it's working.
It is working for the moment. They find themselves in this game. The question is, how long will it? They seem to be having wave after wave of attack. It's just this defensive end that they seem to struggle on a little bit right now. Maybe not getting out as cleanly as they want to be, but both teams are experiencing the same difficulties. That's why it's tied 1-1 in the series and 2-2 in this game. Let's let them do what they need to for the time being. Let's just enjoy the entertainment.
They are certainly here entertained. They might not know it. They're here to play and try and win, but they're putting on a hell of a match here in the first round of the play-ins to keep their run alive. That grand final in the playoffs so far away at this stage, but you take it game by game, series by series, and at the moment both these teams fighting to try and take match point here in this round one play. And Spongy is alone in defense, but no Dwarves players were attacking him. Callie will eventually take it off of him, but Caro well set up in defense at the moment. They just gift it to Aussie. No, I thought they were well set up. Aussie says no, he just slams into the top corner.
Can you believe it? With 30 seconds left, they strike again. Is this the team of the last minute, or am I wrong? What a goal you see here, and great casting on that. You called it right coming up the right side. You can feel it coming. Well done. And we see here, we have a 3-2 lead with 30 seconds left, Bar.
Caro are down once again. They have to keep on making these comebacks. Here's the chance for Hyper, but Dwarves are going to make sure that this one-goal lead counts this time, but they still got more pressure to deal with. Bobo can't get it off of the crossbar. It goes, and Hyper's shot is not quite squeaking. Aussie's here with possession of the ball, but he just gives it straight back to Caro. Hyper in the middle. Bobo clears it away, but Sassy's straight back on top of it. Hyper's going to come through on the cut, but he's got no boost. He can't do anything with it, and Aussie's going to clear. Caro going to have to send it all the way back, and they cannot get it before it hits the ground. Dwarves were so strong all throughout game 3. They kept getting pegged back. They kept sending themselves back into the lead, and they now have a double match point.
Wow. What a series this has been, but what a turnaround. It's almost as if they had a stranglehold on the series here, Caro, and it just got away from them twice in the last 30 seconds of the game. I don't know if that's them playing better or if they have nothing left to give. And with it being 2-1, Bar, you're right. They have the insurance game now, and it seems that they're in the driving seat.
We've been complimenting, I would say, all three of Dwarves. I don't know if the same can be said for Caro. Hyper has been improving, but as much as Spongy and Assassin's assists in this game were great, I don't think they've been playing at the same level as Hyper. And where Caro has really been shining with a one-man team, I think Dwarves have all been on the pitch ready to play. We need to see the other two Caro players get back involved.
Yep, I agree with you. And from a neutral standpoint here, you know, we want to see a game 5, don't we? I know who you're cheering for, buddy. I know who you said, but you can't help it, can you? We're here because we love the entertainment. And I almost feel like it's coming. I don't know what it is, but we're about to find out, aren't we?
We certainly are. Caro with their lives on the line in Game 4 on Beckwith Park. They lose once more, and they are going home. If Dwarves take any of these last two games, they will be the ones advancing to play Terra in the next round right here in RSC. We've got this whole play inside to go here tonight, and Dwarves are looking to start off strong, but no shot comes through for them. Caro are going to take possession. They just give it away, and it's Caro are falling apart, and Dwarves are licking up every single chance that they are given. They are on top of the world right now.
They don't seem like they can do anything wrong. They're in that flow state, Bar, where they just like, hey, I'm just kind of driving here, and the ball's going to come to me, and they're finishing. Can you believe the mistake from the defensive end in an elimination game here, though? Not easy to sleep at night after that one, but I'm sure his teammates are with his back saying, hey, don't worry, we'll get it back, and they could right here.
He gets a vital touch to take it away from Sassy. Spongy's there, goes over the crossbar. Caro have really been struggling to keep some of their shots on target and not hitting the woodwork, and they struggle with it yet again. Now Callie's going to go for a goal, but Spongy gets his car in the way. And we go back into the midfield. Caro looking to make the counter instead, though. It's on target from Sassy and straight into the near post. Beautiful capitalization on the empty Dwarves net.
Look at this 1, 2, 3, tic-tac-toe, X's and O's, coast to coast like butter on toast, Bar. That was absolutely amazing. Great call on the counter. They countered fast and strong there.
Dwarves could not wrestle it back from them, and we go back to yet another stalemate in this series. It's been tied for so long, but Dwarves have been the one to get out of the tie more than Caro, and that puts them in the driver's seat of this series. We're past the minute mark, and as has been the case for the rest of this series. It continues to be crazy. It comes off of the crossbar. He can't read it though. Bobo's going to push it back in the red box, but he can't take it off of Spongy. Ozzy and Kelly both go, but luckily Spongy does not get it past him. It could have been a dreadful double commit, but not quite the case. Sassy's going to be found by Spongy, but Ozzy will intercept, looking to make sure there's no more Caro chances as of yet. And now Bobo push it back into the red half. Only Sassy's waiting though, but the shot is lacking venom, and Bobo takes possession straight back. He's wrestled it back off of though. Both teams looking to shut down any sort of a move being made, and here we go. Callie's clearance is immediately capitalized by Spongy. Callie has to get there, makes up for their own mistake, and make sure there's no shooting opportunity. Everyone's jumping for every single ball seemingly, and yet there's still no goal as a result.
Well, you know what? That was a crazy passage of play, Bar, and I don't care what jersey you wear. If you're not a fan of this right now, you're not a fan of Rocket League. The competitive edge is just right where we need it to be as they start another counterattack. A couple of their shots have lacked venom, like you said, Bar, but they are still here with the bounce. It's in! What a play! Bar, take me through what you just see there. What you just seen, Bar. Take me through what you seen.
If there's anything Caro have been good at tonight, it's been the passing play. Spongy receives it from Hyper and sends it straight back down to him. Hyper finishes off the move, once again keeps the scoring on up and gets Caro back into the lead.
Wow, you can smell the Game 5 coming, can't you? It's right above our nose. It's right for their grasp. A couple of late plays here, and we don't know again, though, haven't they? Been the last-minute strikes have been just really strong for these guys, and it makes you wonder if any lead is safe in this game. As they come back for their chance here, it's saved on the close post. They're going to be getting boost, so they do have boost advantage now. They're going to be going up against a half Doomsy. It's bumped. It's going to be a half. Oh, it's back out to the half line, but I was going to turn on this, and he does. A weak clearance to the left, and now they're going to hopefully get boost, and they will be here to keep them impenned in. Nope, they get out of their end. He's got a good setup.
Here he goes. Oh, he doesn't quite make it.
Oh, it's so well done, though, Bar, isn't it?
But he has given possession back, and Caro straight back into the blue half. Every time you take a shot and miss, it has advantage back to the other team. And Caro looking to make this attack count. Spongy up to level. Hyper's there, but it goes up for the post. Ozzy will clear it away, but Hyper's still on the play. Sends it at net. Ozzy will get the save again, and now Bobo's looking to keep their counter-attacking pressure up. Spongy will deal with it, and Ozzy's shot can't quite make it to the mark. Caro are desperately looking to just score more. They're not happy with one. They want another insurance goal, but Dwarves are not letting that happen. They're keeping it close at a one-goal game. This one has no one in net, but Sassy tracks back just in time. Make sure there's no open net goal.
Yeah, he was calm as a cucumber there. We were not. That was crazy. It's going to be straight down. It could be. Oh, what a save again by Callie. We're seeing last-ditch effort saves by both teams right now. We can barely keep up here in the booth. It's going to be back again on another counterattack. He has no boost. He's going to get pushed back into his own end as they take control here, hopefully. A great touch in the corner there. He's going to get the flick. It's actually a half flick, and it's going to be up to Hyper to clear it. It's going to be pushed in the middle for Sassy. Oh, it's clear. And now we're going back the other way. They might get a bump. They do. This could be a problem. Oh, Hyper didn't think he was going to get the touch there. Could have been a great passing play. He's going to get the cut. It's in. No, it's not. Oh, my God, Bar. Can you believe the pace of play picked up in the last 30 seconds here? It's insane.
Dwarves are the ones holding on for their lives. They might get a counter as a result. Now Ozzy has it on target. Hyper has to deny once again in this game for at the last minute. But there's still another Dwarves chance here. Callie looking for the bump as well as the clearance, but Bobo's chance will not make its way through. A demo onto Hyper means that Caro should be limited on this counter attack, but they're certainly bearing more and more time off this clock. They've only got 30 seconds to see out the lead and get us into Game 5. The Dwarves are holding on for dear life. Bobo with the pre-jump save, and Callie gets it away from the danger zone. Ozzy's going to push it away, but Sassy denies any counter-attack, and Caro are looking to end this Game 4 in the blue half. They go up once more. Sassy cannot get all the way through. Bobo keeps them alive for a moment longer.
I can't believe what we're seeing here. It's in, finally. They were bending and not breaking, and that's got to seal the game here. They finally break at the end, and we might be seeing a Game 5, Bar. It's not too late to change your decision. Who are you taking?
Oh, I gotta stick Dwarves. You can't change at this stage. They might have lost this Game 4, failed to keep the momentum alive, but I think they have been better there. It's really, really close to call. It's tough to call anyone better at this stage, but you've got to choose someone here in the booth that hits the ground. Caro are through to Game 5. Of course, they'll be hoping it goes their way. And they certainly do deserve a chance at it after that performance. Both teams have been brilliant also so far tonight. but there's only one team that can advance, win a lot. There's only one more game to decide it. We are in the Champions Field Game 5.
And this is where heroes are made, villains are castrized, and tears are shed for both reasons. Okay, this is where we find out who can handle pressure. It's no longer about skill. It's about if you can show up. You see the crowd at the stadium. They're all doing the wave right now. They're all going all the way around with type of wave in the chat. They're all going around. Everyone's really excited for this game. It can almost smell the intensity. You could cut it with a knife. Bar, I'm not really sure where else we could go with this because we're going to stay right here. You're not leaving me, are you?
Oh no, I'm done after that. I've had enough. Here in RSC we only like 4-game series. We don't like these game 5s.
And this is why, isn't it? I'm just a sweaty mess. I haven't even played one game. This reminds me a lot of the last time I was here. There was a lot of intensity, and it ended up in overtime. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think we could handle any more of that. So let's see what Game 5 has to offer.
That's something else I've just realized. Yes, on Monday, all 3 of the games are 3-0 sweeps. That means this is the first Game 5 of the RSC11 elimination stage. And just as these teams have both been warming up, it's going to be hectic, it's going to be crazy. 5 minutes on the clock, and that's all we have to decide a Game 5 winner.
Well, I can't wait for it, and I think the first goal is going to be a really big one here. Great backboard defense, and I really do believe this first goal, whoever scores first is taking this one. I gotta say it, I'm going to be bold, Bar. I'm going to be bold, and I'm saying it. The big goal here is going to create the momentum for the last game. Let's see what happens. However, it's a great additional play, and they are connecting more in the air now. We see Caro maybe feeling a bit more confident with passing to each other, because they seem to be passing very tightly. Oh, it's a... What is that?
What happened to Caro? They've done it before, and they look like they'd settled these nerves in Game 4, but it all comes crashing back down to earth. Sassy and Hyper both miss the easiest clearance of their lives, and Callie is left at the far post with nothing to do but tap it in. They have a 1-goal lead, and they won't know how.
I can't tell you how real the curse of the commentator is, Bar. I shouldn't say anything ever, but I just can't help it. It comes out my mouth, and then something bad happens, as I said. But that's the first goal of the game. I've been wrong before, though. Here we go. They are going to be Callie playing this third man back a lot tonight. He's done a really good job, and he will be rotating back with Bob. It's going to be on net. It's in.
Bobo makes yet another mark in this series. He's been called upon when needed by Dwarves, and he's certainly providing an offensive output. No one back post from Carrie. You know who spotted it? You know who spots it? Bobo does. He puts it in the back of the net. Within a minute, Dwarves are 2-0 up, and they are rocketing towards play into round 2.
Superhero Bobo, that's what we're going to call him, because that was just flying through the air, hit the ground at the right time, and cut it beautifully over to his teammate. And this game is starting to look out of reach already. This would be the most insane comeback I think I've ever seen here. This would be against all odds. I'm sure there's been better, but not right now. This is what they need.
Let's not forget here, folks, this is Bobo's first series for the Dwarves, their first series as a team, and he is doing absolutely everything for them. Now Callie stands up to take back the mantle. They're working as a 3, they're working as a unit, and Caro cannot stop the oncoming force, the unstoppable wave that is the Dwarves.
Wow. 3-0, and they're falling apart. I don't know what you tell to your teammates now, but there is still tons of game left. And once one goes in, it can really start to open up the floodgates. So don't go anywhere, folks. I would hang on. If you're a fan of Rocket League, you know what can happen in these games.
Caro are 3 down, and although they know that the floodgates have opened at this stage, they also know that there's still more than 3 minutes left here, and that is plenty of time to keep this Game 5 interesting and get themselves back into it. We saw Dwarves make a 2-goal comeback in Game 1. Can Caro form an even better feat? Hyper's gonna miss though, and Bobo straight onto it like a flash. Aussie with the hat-trick of assists. Bobo and Callie with a pair of goals each. They are gunning for this Game 5 victory. They will not let the Shaman side stop them, and they are looking better and better and better. We're not even 2 minutes in.
I truly can't believe what I'm seeing right now with how close all the games have been. You almost have to wonder, are they starting to feel a little bit defeated? 4-0 makes it tougher to come back, that's for sure. I would be more apt to believe there's a comeback on the cards here, Bar, if they were getting chances, but it doesn't even feel like they're getting chances, are they? It just seems to be stuck in the midfield of play. and they're not getting a lot of boost. Something's got to change if they're going to want to mount a comeback.
They are indeed yet to put a shot on the board in this game, and it's all the more disheartening when they put so much work into wrangle back the advantage in Game 4 and keep themselves in it to get themselves this Game 5 opportunity, and they are throwing it away second by second, goal by goal. They're gifting it to Dwarves, and they will take it with open arms. But Caro, what can they do to change that? What can they do to wrangle it back once again, to keep themselves in it? It's so unlikely at this stage. It's so difficult to come back from 4 goals in just 2 minutes, but it's always possible, and you always have to try. It might be 5 though. Bobo's looking for the top corner, quite get there. Callie's gonna put it through, punch it home, and Dwarves look unstoppable. Caro can seemingly do nothing to stop this, and they are throwing their Game 5 away further and further.
Yeah, it has absolutely been thrown away, and you almost can't even give credit to Dwarves here. It seems to me like about 3, maybe 2, I'll give maybe 3. We'll go 3 defensive errors, and it just has gone back into their net right away. You always give credit to the team that wins, but sometimes you have to wonder what is going on at the other end of the pitch. And it seems to me right now this is more to do with Carroll than to do with these guys, Dwarves. But they find themselves 5-0 up, and they are going to be moving on, it seems.
Yeah, all credit to Dwarves. You can only beat the old adage. You can only be what's put in front of you, and they're absolutely doing that here. They're taking every defensive whiff from Caro, and they're punching it home time and time again. 5 goals is nothing to be scoffed at, and I'm sure Tara will be watching this slightly scared how well Dwarves have managed to keep this clutch factor alive. They're into Game 5 where the nerves are supposedly meant to be highest, and they look the calmest they've ever been throughout this series. Caro don't know what to do about it.
Yeah, you know what? You are absolutely correct. It has come down to completely that. How composed can we be while the pressure gets higher? And it seems to me the pressure got higher and they got more composed. They really got up for this game. You're right, 100%, and that's a really good point.
Caro are not down and out just yet. There's still some time on the clock. Just one, she might get one. It comes off the post, and Hyper smashes it through with the 50. They keep themselves with a chance, but 53 seconds to find 4. It's still a world away at the moment.
You're right. Is it a little bit too late is the question we have to ask now. And, we're about one kickoff goal away right now from me getting super intrigued in this. I'm not going to lose my my marbles yet here. But if they get one before the 35-second mark, I would be wondering what's going to happen in this game.
Here goes Hyper. He's got no boost. He'll have to try and look for the assist instead. Bobo has to make contact. He doesn't. Sassy straight in, but he can't keep it on target. Callie got in the way. I did not notice that at first, but it was a save for Callie there to keep it away. And surely that's enough time off the clock now that Caro cannot quite make this work. They're going to keep trying. They was sponging to the middle. Hyper's there, and it just doesn't go in for them. Finally, they're getting chances, and they can't even make it count now. Sassy back in for Hyper, but he's too slow. Callie sends it all the way back, and Dwarves can sit high. They can sit proud. They've made it through the first round, and they will advance through this playing stage with a dominant Game 5 performance against Caro.
Yeah, this is definitely going to go down as one of those Game 5s as they add insult to injury here. Almost Brazil. Yeah, no, we can't do it to them. I really hope they don't. It's a bad omen. It's a bad omen, Bar. I've seen it before. I had to cleanse myself spiritually after a Brazil in a playoff round once, and it is a bad omen. I hope they let them just play this game out, let it finish. Bar.
Ozzy almost had it. Ozzy almost had the turtle goal, but he doesn't quite make contact. But it doesn't matter for them. They'll be very, very happy with the 6th one. I don't see how you couldn't be. You come all the way to this stage. You get yourself back in this series. You let the Game 4 slip. It doesn't matter. You're through to the next round. And what a way they did it in. Terra might be shaking in their boots at this stage with just how good Dwarves have been, but they'll also be quietly confident. Dwarves did make mistakes there. They let Caro have those 2-game wins, and it's going to be a tough one for them to keep this momentum going against the stronger team, against the higher seed in Terra in the next round.
Definitely, that's going to be one we want to see for sure. There were some mistakes in this game. It became high scoring when it didn't have to be. However, we look forward to the next match, and I'm thinking that 6-1 game is kind of a statement.
It absolutely is. If you want to see what kind of a statement it was for the Dwarves up against Terra, stick around here in RSC. We got 2 more matches. The next one is that Terra versus Dwarves matchup. It's still single elimination. Everyone that loses here will go home. join us back in just a few for the next matchup in RSC11 Prospect Plans.
Absolutely. Well casted, and thanks for being in the booth with me today, Bar, and we'll see you guys soon.
Whew.
is look right in front of you. Is look right in front of you.
accept. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. Game time better come correct. You ain't playing at your best, then you will get left. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. Game time better come correct. You ain't playing at your best, then you will get left. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. 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 Game time better come correct. You ain't playing at your best, then you will get left. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. Game time better come correct. You ain't playing at your best, then you will get left. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. Don't involve money, then I don't accept. Game time better come correct. You ain't playing at your best, then you will get left. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept.
I'm the storm that meets the moon. I'm the sun that will not move. Who you think you are? Who you think you
Good evening, everybody, and welcome along to RSC EU. We're here for the Prospect playoffs, and well, we're into the lower tier and the play-in round 2. It's Terror versus Dwarfs. Dwarfs coming out of a dramatic Game 5 against Caro. This should be a wonderful game. No extra lives for these guys. One team will be going out of the competition at the end of the evening. I'm Tom Dillon. Alongside me today is the cameraless Dash. And, well, I can't see you, Dash, but I definitely can hear you.
Hello. Shame about the camera, broke, but yeah, we'll have to deal with that later. I'll have to get a new one. But more importantly, what we've got in front of us is likely going to be a great game. As we saw, Dwarfs got that, obviously, like you said, dramatic 3-2 win to stream earlier against Cairo. And I did watch it, to be fair. I was just coming out of I was getting back home and I just watched it. I put the stream on and it's like, I'm just watching it. It's a great game. It was a brilliant game. Dwarfs, just managing to get that 3-2. And yeah, we're sure in for a great game right now.
Well, here is the play-in bracket, of course. Before we get into the playoffs, this will be the almost play-in final, I suppose. The winners of this will advance through to the lower bracket, where they will play the winner of game M4. Of course, you can see the upper bracket up there with Rogue versus Micah Faction a little bit later on. I believe actually that would be the game directly following.
It will be, yes.
But either way, it's important to just win everything from here. You don't get a second life. You've used your second life. These guys, realistically, not a huge chance of the grand final. Here are the team statistics, by the way, but you've just got to keep taking every game as it comes, I suppose, Dash.
Yeah. We saw at the end of week 9 Cairo finishing in 5th, so 8 wins to their name. They've done really well, but they got 8 losses, so it gets evened out. But they've managed to get in this good position down in lower bracket against Terra, who finished in 4th with a straight 6-6-6 record. So both teams are going to be very going at it tonight. We've got some really good rosters in both of them. We've got Yannick on Terra, obviously our superstar, and then you've got likes of Ozzy, who can put on a performance we've seen on other streams. So these two teams, 4th and 6th, are gonna be looking to, you know, really get into that next stage.
Yes, and well, in terms of the players that stick out, I think with his 30 goals, Aussie does stick out on the Dwarfs side. And then as for Terror, I think again you'd be hard pressed to look past Yannick with his 33 goals from his 33 wins. I apologise. His 59 goals from 63 games. Aussie, by the way, 72 goals. I was reading the wrong statistic, but yes, Yannick definitely one to look out for. As is Aussie. This should be, I'm suspecting, a very, very good game because this is about as high pressure as it gets in the RSC.
Yeah, Superior Storm. Just looking at that, 98 saves. We could see bloody a load here from him, and obviously I think Dwarf might be a late signing. He's got not most stats, but yeah, like you said, Aussie and Yannick looking the most likely to, you know, perform here in this game, and it's. Like I said, it's just gonna be a really fun one to watch. It's gonna be fun to cast. I can't wait to cast it. You can't wait to cast it as we do enter Manfield Night, my favourite map. It's probably one of the best maps up there, isn't it, Tom?
Yes, well, definitely better than Beckwith Park. But
No.
I'll tell the guys to join up and get into this game. It is going to be Terror in the blue, Dwarfs in the red. We get kicked off then the last of the playing games for both of these sides, a chance to get into those playoffs. It's going to be actually Bobo who takes it away here. Aussie has to make the save. Bobo, by the way, I believe is making his debut for this roster. He hasn't played at all on the stats that I've got ahead of my screen, and here's a shot, and he almost got a goal with what would have been one of his first touches for the roster.
What a debut to start in the play-ins, as he almost gets a goal there to his name. As we see here, they are just keeping the pressure. Aussie getting a slight touch of Bobo, almost coming in for that goal, but Superior Storm gets a bump on him. But Cali doesn't care. He just puts that in the back of the net. It's already 1-0.
It is, what a start from Dwarfs, who know that Terror here slightly backs against the wall. It was a little bit of a difficult touch in the corner. Let's get back into this game then. See if Terror can respond very quickly indeed. It's best of 5 series. That's something we're not really used to in the RSC in the regular season, of course, being best of 3. Bobo will try and get a touch onto this one. It will be taken off of the wall from Yannick down to the right hand side. Kali takes a shot. It won't quite sneak in at the near post. Aussie tries to keep it alive. Off of the wall he goes into Aussie once more, off of the backboard this time. Waits for a teammate. His teammate goes up for it, but cleared away by Superior. Here's Aussie, takes a shot, cleared away once more. Psycho needs to get it out of his own box here, really. Slight overcommit. Aussie able to bring it away. Down the left hand side he goes, can create a bit of an air dribble, out of boost. Stormer will bring it away down to the left hand side for Psycho to try and create an opportunity. At the moment, it's Dwarfs very much on top here. This might be an opportunity though. Cleared away.
Dwarfs, yeah, they're keeping massive pressure at the minute. They're not even letting Terror get many touches on the ball. As Aussie is just firing away demos at the minute. But Terror just holding on in the defensive half. They're lacking boosts as Cali tries to get that in the box, and Aussie almost has an open net there, but manages to miss the ball. Aussie gets a slight touch to Bobo. He's going to try and get a drop down to his teammate. Aussie too slow to get there as Stormer manages to push it out to his left side. Yannick gives the ball down to Superior. Not the best touch off there. I think it was a 50. Cali looking to just keep applying his pressure with, even despite having no boost, as Bobo takes that shot, and there is your debut goal, Bobo.
I'll take that. An excellent debut so far. 2 shots, 1 goal, and now all of a sudden Dwarfs start to give themselves a little bit of breathing room. It's only game 1, of course. Still plenty of time to get back into this series for Terror, but this won't be encouraging for them. Here's Cali off of the right hand side wall. Won't be able to do anything. A 3rd goal might just put this game 1 to bed. Stormer will try and create something for himself. Looks for a pinch off of the floor. Yannick tries to follow it up. Cali clears away into the centre. Aussie will try and bring it away. Cali's there. Open goal to aim at. Surely going to be a goal. It will be. Sneaks in to the roof of the nets. There was a man there. I think it was Psycho trying to get it cleared away. Not quite to be in the end. No, it was Yannick. Cali flicks it over. We get a little bit of help on the way through.
You do not want to give Cali a chance like that. Even open net, it's just, no, you can't miss that really. As we see 3-0 to Dwarfs already. And we do have, like you said, a lot of time to play. Game 1 is always a very important game though, as we see Terra just holding on in their defense on the last ropes. Yannick is just going to do his best to push that ball down the right side. He's just maintaining as he gets the ball in field to Stormer, who takes that shot. Bobo getting a very awkward save. Can Sicko follow up? No, he can't. Dwarfs doing very well in their defensive half despite their opponents. As Ozzy gets that ball upfield, looking to get the 50, does get the better side of the 50. Unable to do much with it though, as Cali booms that ball upfield to Bobo. He's going to try and read that off the wall. Doesn't get the touch, but Cali takes a shot, and that's going to hit the crossbar.
Here's Ozzy, tries to get the beating of this one. Stormer takes the shot, and Stormer has found the net. I apologise, my screen froze for a second there, so I couldn't actually see the goal going in. But that is a way to get yourself back into the game. 3-1, 1 minute and 43 to go. I think there's maybe just a chance for Terra.
It could be. 1 minute 43 is, when you think about it, in a Rocket League game, it is a lot of time. You know, time goes slow in a Rocket League game. So 2 goals to their name shouldn't be too hard, and that could make it 2 in such an unfortunate way. And what can you say? What can you say, Tom?
Well, I was about to start talking about getting a goal with 10 seconds to go so that you get yourself into what's essentially a kickoff goal range, but they've sorted it out for themselves here, and all of a sudden Terra are back into the game in the space of about 10 seconds. It just changed so quickly. Here's Bobo, will take it away. I need a slight correction. I'm not too sure whether this is his debut. Our statistics are based upon regular season rosters, so whether this is his debut, he did play that last game, I'm not too sure. You have to forgive us. Here he is once again though, trying to bring this away. Yannick now goes down the left hand side, looks to create it all by himself actually. Cali will bring it away. Got to basically protect a 1-goal lead here. Not easy to do for Dwarfs. Cali will try and wait on this one, can't quite get to it. Stormer keeps it alive into the centre, into Psycho. Psycho can't get to it. Yannick surely can. Yannick takes the shot, and at the far post can't do anything with it. Psycho follows up, it's cleared away. Cali now goes all alone. Yannick tries to get a 50 in 55 seconds to go. Into the centre it goes. Stormer can't quite get to it. Bobo can, but can't really turn it goalwards with any great effect. Into the centre, off of the corner. Cleared away once more. 40 seconds now onto the clock in these playoffs. So Ozzy takes the shot, looks to give themselves some breathing room. Not able to do so. Can Bobo fire the net? No, no one wants to score here. Stormer gets it back downfield. Cali has to get to it, and he does.
Yep, thank you, Ark. That is not, unfortunately, his debut, but he's still putting on a show here. And, you know, Terra are just trying to get that last goal. They've got 18 seconds to do it. Yannick's lost connection. That's not very good, but that's not ended in the right way. It's really not ended in the right way.
There we go then. Potentially game over in game 1. Ozzy with a bit of a poacher's goal. 2-1, or 4-2 I should say. 2 Dwarfs. 10 seconds to go. Yannick is disconnected from the game as well in the meantime, so it's going to be 2 men left for this Terra side. Hopefully Yannick can get that sorted out, and they don't need a sub. They might find a goal here actually, just to try and give themselves some hope. But back downfield it goes. Dwarfs are going to get the win in game 1. Well, I'd rather lose connection in the first game when I'm already losing than in game 5 overtime. So I suppose there's that for them, but Yannick needs to get back in quickly.
That is a shame. You know, I think if you didn't get disconnect there, they only had to get 1 goal, and I think the disconnection might have led to that 4th goal from Dwarfs, but Dwarfs want that. They've took that. They've took that for granted. So they take game number 1. I think they looked sharp. You know, Ozzy, like we said at the start, the MVP, the guy we're looking for in this match, and he's done certainly that. 7 shots, not the best shot conversion with 1 goal, but you know, the more shots the better. You know, the pressure is being applied to Terra, and they are just doing their best to do it and just to deal with it. As Stormer, you know, he gets 3 saves, Sicko gets 2. So I think what Terra need to do in this game number 2 is just, you know, they need to bounce back. They need to start applying pressure, because Terra just they were kind of forced on their back line a lot, and Dwarfs, you know, with our offensive style of play, they just kept on applying pressure, and you know, look what happened. 4-2.
You've changed appearance, Dash, in the
oh
in
look,
the time.
it's the go.
Game 1.
The greatest of all time.
But game 2 ready to get underway. We go to Forbidden Temple. They have got 5 minutes plus 5 minutes of forfeit timer, according to Arch, to get these issues for Yannick sorted out. No movement just yet. No one in the game. Whether they have a substitute or not, we don't really know. But anyway, asking why Messi's speaking. You have to say, quite a while ago, that picture, Dash.
I know. To be fair, I will literally give you the backstory. I found it on Pinterest. You know, I'm thinking I need a new profile picture. You know, I change it a lot, and you know, who else to think of than the guy himself? You cannot argue with me. Messi over Ronaldo. This is off topic, but go on. It's a no-brainer for me. So you know, I felt I had to change it up. Get Messi in the profile picture. Now I'm Messi, but you know, just go along with it.
No, usually this is where I speak contrary for the sake of being contrary, because you know it's funny to argue with your co-caster. But no, I totally agree. So anyway, still waiting for Yannick to get Yannick to get into this game. So they've got that forfeit timer ticking away. How do you actually take this time now to prepare? You know you're trailing. You know you've got all of these extra things added. Are you taking your time? In a way, actually, are you taking most of that timer?
I think negatively though, because speaking of him, he's back. Yannick is back, so I think the game can go underway now if everyone is ready. So we're just going to wait till things are sorted, everyone's ready. If Yannick's ready himself, we can get going.
Yes, we can do. I suspect they'll just take a moment to make sure he's all sorted out and okay. But here we are. We're back into the game. And it's going to be a kickoff that surprisingly actually goes to Yannick, potentially. Let's wait and see if his lag issues have been sorted out. He goes for the kickoff and Cali is going to win here. But Stormer will take it away out of this corner, going all alone. Gets bumped by Bobo into the centre. Maybe Stormer follows. No, Ozzy will bring it away. Yannick's on the goal line. Can he get this ball away? Ozzy goes all alone. Cali goes up for it. Can't create anything just yet. Bobo has to wait on it, hovering around midfield. Here's Psycho, tries to bring it away, gets the beating of Cali. Now has got Ozzy to beat. Ball on his roof, leaves it for Bobo in the end. Clears it away. Slightly confusing, Bobo playing on the red team in the blue car. But I'm sure we'll get away with it.
To be fair, that did confuse me at the start, but you know, now you point that out. Anyway, as we see, Dwarfs, like I said, they're just constantly putting this pressure on. We've been in this game for 45 seconds and Dwarfs already they're just banging that ball off the walls, and Terra doing their best just to keep it out, but they're not managing to at the minute, as Ozzy just applying his pressure like he's known for. It's Cali, unable to do much with a zero boost, as Storm is going to take that to left, but Ozzy already knows that's going there. Gets the most unfortunate touch possible, as Yannick gets the 50 with him. Stormer gets the follow through, unable to do much with that ball as Cali gets the ball out to the left side. Bobo's going to look to get the touch over Yannick, he's got enough boost to carry on. He beats another player. Can he get the box? He cannot, as Psycho does get that clear far. Cali, enough boost to go for an air dribble, doesn't get the bounce he needs. A Stormer capitalises, and he turns things around. Terra, this is what you need.
Yeah, this is following up that game on very nicely indeed, and you sense the Terra really are up against it here. They got that bye, I believe, into this round, so it's the first of their playing games, and you don't want to be going out straight away. Here's the kickoff once more, cheated by Cali. Cali has to go up for it, touches it forward, and Psycho clears away. Won't get save credit. Doesn't look like it was going in the end. Here we go, forward from Ozzy. Ozzy takes the shot. Stormer is on the line, able to get it cleared away. Now he goes forward once more, gets this pinch off of Bobo to the right hand side for Psycho to chase, gets the beating of Cali, and now Yannick has to go up for this one. Can't tap it over Ozzy, who now has to chase all alone. Stormer is back. Stormer clears away. Downfield for Psycho. Psycho not able to do much with it. Stormer has to clear his lines in a hurry. Ozzy will go up for this one, virtually unchallenged. Yannick keeps it alive out of midfield. Stormer going forward once more. Bobo clears. Bobo clears very well, actually. This might just drop for him off of the wall into the centre. Yannick clears away. Fine margins at the moment in this game. Stormer can't do anything with it out of the corner. Now this creates an opportunity if Yannick can't clear, which he does. Picks up boosters Cali. Actually waited on that pad for a moment, I think. Waits on the ball once more. Keeps going. Gets patience, but Stormer clears it away.
Terra, I think they're doing really well just to tick this timer down at the minute. 2 minutes 25 on the clock, and Yannick goes for that second shot. Unable to convert it, as Cali does get that pass in midfield. Psycho unable to turn around quick enough. Ozzy misses the double tap, but Bobo's going to try and revive his teammate as Ozzy gets the pinch and that's ended up, my bad, as a goal. As Boba, just gets that really nice touch there. Yannick unable to get the touch as Aussie capitalises and pinches it with the other guy, and it's 1-1. We have a levelled game, Tom.
Yeah, well, someone's getting himself onto the main roster next year, isn't he? As Dwarfs are able to level the game. Here it goes into the centre. Stormer will try and clear it away. Remember, they're trying to get on to match point with a win here. Stormer clears once more. Yannick trying to get this one away. Won't be able to do so. Kali challenges. Psycho clears away. Now Stormer has an open shot in the centre. Bobo is back. Able to clear this away. Aussie back downfield. Psycho and Yannick both up for it. Kali will clear away. To Stormer, falls very nicely for him, sets it up for himself, looks for a bump on Boba, it's a superb bump, but no one's there to follow up. Aussie was making sure that it could get it cleared. It does get cleared by Kali. Now Aussie all alone, looks for a shot. Stormer, let's save credit on it. 1 minute and 30 to go. We're level game in this playoff fixture. Aussie looks to try and direct these goalwards. Psycho has to clear the lines. Kali now with a shot. Kali with a wonderful shot and with a goal as well. The Dwarfs come from behind to lead with 1 minute and 22 seconds to go. It was slightly speculative from Kali, but there was just no one home.
Wow, speed from Kali. Just Psycho couldn't really get anything off that wall, and then just obviously Kali just capitalises and booms that ball in their net, and they make it 2-1. Dwarfs, they have the advantage going into game number 3 at the minute, but there's a minute and 10 left. All can be played for by Terra. They've been applying the pressure, and we've seen it so far in this game, so another goal is quite likely to happen despite it either going each way. But just Terra just try and get this goal. They're doing pretty well at the minute as Aussie gets that past Psycho, but Yannick comes flying in with the ball, just trying to not let another goal in because they want to seal this and they want to get back to the draw of 2-2. As Yannick pushes that ball forward, can Stormer turn on it? Yannick unable to get that ball onto the net. As that unfortunately drops high, Psycho unable to get the good touch on the ball as Aussie capitalises. Takes that ball on the wall, going towards net. He's going to get the touch off the wall, unable to, but Bobo almost able to convert that into a goal. As Terra are just surviving at the minute.
They are. Here's Kali with a shot to put it to bed, and he does. 3-1 with 22 seconds to go. I was going to comment how, for my liking, Yannick should have just tried to score there rather than passing it to a teammate, and that is what happens when you're slightly indecisive in a game. 3-1 to Dwarfs. We're going to take themselves on to match point. 22 seconds to go. Stormer will win the kickoff. They need a goal now just to take themselves into range of perhaps taking a good kickoff goal or keeping the ball alive. This shot comes in, and that will give them a little bit of hope into the next 13 seconds. It's be the longest 13 seconds of the season, I think. That's just a little bit of hope for them. Now they need a kickoff goal, really.
If goals can be scored at 1 second, then goals can definitely be scored with 13 left. Terra, they have the chance to do it. Stormer gets that ball into the half instantly, looking for that touch, but Aussie too fast. Psycho missing that touch. That could be really vital as the clock ticks away. Yannick trying to keep that ball up. Stormer does get the touch onto the wall. Going to try and pop it. Yannick doesn't get the best touch. And Dwarfs go into match point. Very unfortunate there from Terra. They just could not manage to convert their shots, Tom.
No, they took plenty of them. 6 shots actually in the end. Stormer with the most of them. Bobo didn't take any shots actually, despite having a goal. That's interesting actually from Rocket League's statistic calculator. Kali with 2 shots and Aussie with 4. So both sides with 6 shots, and the difference was one side got 50% scoring rate and the other side not quite able to convert. But it was close. It was very close. 2-0 to Dwarfs then. And now they're on match points and have basically got 3 games to get a single win.
That is tough. 3 games in a row. It's tough to ask, but as long as you have the right mindset and you just focus on it, it can be done. Terra, they look the team who can pull it off, but obviously Dwarfs have a 2-game advantage. The way they're playing now, it's quite unlikely that they're going to let one slip, even 2, even 3. So going into this next game, Dwarfs have the favour at the minute, but what can Terra do? It's all up to them now. They have to win this game.
Is it an advantage to have to play that other game? Because then you're warm and your opponents aren't, because surely that's what we're seeing here. Two sides that were actually quite far apart in the regular season.
Yeah, well, Tarek, just like I said, they're going to do all they can in this game as Yannick gets a big boom up the field. Callie able to present that off to the left side as Psycho gets a touch in midfield. Ozzy be able to get that touch down as Callie's going to chase that one with enough boost to create something. Gets it past Psycho, but Yannick's fast for that shot as he takes a shot on net. Both players miss it, and Yannick says, "There you go, Dash. I heard you on the stream. We've made it 1-0. 18 seconds already gone."
Oh, now they need to build on that lead, because it's no use having a 1-goal lead in Rocket League this early on into a game. It might as well be 0-0, but that's a little bit of encouragement for Terra, who know that they need to win here to keep the season alive. This is basically as high pressure as it gets, a proper knockout competition.
Oh.
Bobo immediately pegs them back, and he is making a wonderful account of himself on this roster into these play-ins, and now the playoffs are starting to loom.
His second series, and he's already converting goals in play-ins. It's just, he's doing really well at the minute as he does make it 1-1, and 30 seconds haven't even gone, only just gone now. As Yannick gets that shot on net, but Callie does get the save. Psycho following in, but Callie getting the second block flying mid-air. Storm is going to be able to create something with this 40 boost. He's going to get the touch on the fruit reset. Callie able to read that on the ground. Psycho looking to move that ball on the wall, looking to get the shot, but Callie able to block it once again. Terra keeping the pressure now as they're looking to get the second goal as Yannick almost stops that from going in his own net. Doesn't get the touch on the ball, but Psycho is going to follow his touch there. Yannick needing the boost, but Callie booms that ball left, looking to get the 50. Does get the good 50 as Yannick is going to have to convert that onto his own wall. Stormer missing the ball. Ozzy's just going to get that slight touch and go for the 50 as that goes out right. And back and forth at the minute, Tom.
It's back and forth, 1-1 with 3 minutes and 34 to go, 40 I should say to go. Callie goes down the left hand side, right hand side, trying to create something into the centre. Looks for Bobo. Bobo can't really turn it goalwards. Central it goes. Psycho clears away out to Yannick on this right hand side. Yannick keeps it alive for Stormer. Stormer looks to go forward. Callie clears away in the end. Ozzy taps it back to him, trying to create something as a team here, but it falls to Yannick. Open net, and Yannick will get the goal. And Terra keeping this alive. It was awkward in defence from Dwarfs. We might not quite have the sweep we were expecting.
I think that was a bit of miscommunication there from Ozzy and I think Bobo. You know, Ozzy just tapping it over Bobo. But it's 2-1 to Terra, but we know what Dwarfs can do. Even if they are down, they can get goals, as we might likely see in this game. Yannick booming that ball upfield, looking to get the shot, unable to convert as Ozzy getting the touch onto the right side. Psycho getting a block as Bobo gets massively demoed by Yannick. Is Ozzy going to go for the air dribble, trying to go under, unable to. Psycho just going to get a slight touch in his corner. Yannick going to follow up, doesn't get the best touch as Callie puts that ball middle, and Storm is going to have to awkwardly touch that ball backwards as Bobo converts that to the left side. Unable to get the mid touch, but Ozzy's going to follow up, maybe even get the double. Unable to convert that one as Yannick just, yeah, that's how you do it, Terra.
Walks it in, does Yannick, and this definitely is going to go to at least a game 4. They need a reverse sweep. It was a superb demo play, and this is how you start to get a reverse sweep. It's not going to be easy for Terra. The odds are absolutely stacked against them with 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Is this game 3 going their way? This is going to be missed by Ozzy. Bobo has to stop the attack in its tracks. Psycho will put it forward. Psycho almost with an open net. Callie able to just about get to it off the backboard. Here goes Ozzy all alone down to the left hand side. Stormer clears it away. Keeps getting hit off of the corner. Gets the beating of Callie. Ball is still alive. Psycho will try and get it forward. Ozzy clears away. Psycho jumps over it. Yannick waits on it. Bobo clears away. Bobo going to go all alone here then into Ozzy. Ozzy able to find anything just yet. 1 minute and 57 to go. Stormer going all alone. Cleared away by Callie. Callie takes a shot and it's flashed out to the far post. Bobo will keep it alive. Stormer will get to it. Bobo still going. Yannick clears away. My word, they really are pressing Dwarfs here. Here's a shot off of the wall. It goes. Missed from one. Ozzy misses it as well. What a moment that could be in the consequences game as Stormer gets it cleared away. 1 minute and 30.
what a lead to hold now. 2 goals ahead of Dwarfs, as like you said, they are now really applying this vigorous pressure, as they have 1 minute and 22 to get 2 goals. If they want to win, 3 goals, as Psycho gets that touch high onto the backboard of Dwarfs. Cali unable to get that second bounce touch, as Stormer puts it out to the right side. Aussie, a little bit of time but no boost, as Yannick just looking for that mid pass, gets the pinch off the wall. Psycho could drop this one down, and he does. Cali with a great save off the line, incredible save as he keeps his team almost alive with 1 minute to go, Tom.
Going to be close. Here's Psycho off of the right-hand side wall. Looks to go all alone. Won't be able to find anything just yet. Cali misses the ball as well. That could be important. Here's Yannick with a shot. Aussie will get it cleared away. 43 seconds to go. They need a goal now and they need a goal quickly. Here's Cali. Can't find anyone. Aussie isn't there. Yannick takes it back downfield. Total overcommittal right now. Absolutely no hint of rotations to this side. Aussie, no boost. Runs out of look as well. No communication either, and it's cleared away by Bobo. Eventually, 25 seconds to go. You think that almost Dwarfs giving up here in this game 3. Psycho can't do anything with it. What's someone on the line? Maybe not able to do much. No, Bobo is in the game. He wasn't moving for a second. Aussie trying to go forward. Redirects this forward. 8 seconds to go, and that might just be that. I think Terra are going to take this game 3 and keep themselves alive in the series. They might add insult to injury here. It pops up off of the backboard. Psycho touches it down, and Terra are still alive.
The comms might just be popping now from Terra. Great performance in game number 3. They really did what Dwarfs did to them in the past 2 games, but Dwarfs, you know, they were still applying the pressure, but very little shots coming out from them, as Terra had the benefit of shots. 9 shots from Terra, but yeah, 3-1, really good performance from Terra. They're going to go into game number 4 really wanting this win, because like I say, they have to win every game from now to be able to win and go through to that next round. But Dwarfs, they're going to have to give it their all, because taking it to game 5 can be very scary. You don't really want to slip up 2 games in a row, because Terra, if they do take 2 games in a row, then they're likely going to be more warmed up and more in that, you know, state to win game number 5. But Dwarfs, we've seen them in the first 2 games. They have the capabilities to end this right now.
Well, they've done it before, haven't they, Dwarfs? 3-2 against Cairo in the previous series, and now we're looking to see if they can well, wrap it up before then. Remember, they still are on match point. They basically got to win 1 of 2 games here. We go over to Beckwith Park, ready for this game 4 to see if Terra can just about take this into a 5th and final game. Taking a while to get into the lobby. Actually, I think there might be a slight issue here on the side of Dwarfs. As well, we have actually got a bit of an issue. The game has started. It's a full start. I think maybe. Yes, it will be a full start. And well, yeah, as they get into the game, are they going to go for it? I don't know if we're playing or not, or if this is going to be a lobby remake. Let's wait and see. As Stormer, for what it's worth, has just scored.
What a goal!
There we go. Wonderful goal. But yeah, looks like we're going to have to get a lobby restart. But anyway, well, we need to fill for a moment then, as Forward Sky eagerly taps away to get this sorted out. Such a close game, this one at the moment. Do you see this going to game 4?
Yeah, well, Terra, the game we just saw, they looked strong and they really want to take this game 5. And I just think that Dwarfs are just going to... Do they play defensive here? Do they play attacking? Do they just go all out for goals and just end it here? Or do they want to take their time? Do they want to be preserved? Do they want to control the game and then take chances when they come? You know, Terra have the capabilities now. They're in that flow of form now. The comms might just be popping now. If they win this game, then now they could be the favourites to win game 5. So, to be honest, this game number 4, it can still go either way.
Let's wait and see then as we get kicked off for real this time. Yannick will take it away straight off a kick-off. Aussie tries to challenge. Yannick does get the challenge in. However, not able to find the net. Aussie will clear away. Dwarfs know that they need to get this sorted as quickly as possible. Here's Bobo clearing away. Does clear away though. Terra applying pressure very early on into this game. Here's Aussie going all alone. Can Aussie find the net? Bobo's there as well. Psycho is there to get it cleared away. Cali gets demoed in the meantime. Stormer going for this one. Callie has to challenge, which he does.
We're seeing it. Terra applying the pressure instantly in the first 30 seconds, my bad. As Yannick just gets that slight touch out to Stormer, who's going to take this up the wall. Enough boost to create something here. He's going to go for the ceiling shot like he's done a few times so far this series. Psycho going to boom that ball off the walls. Stormer's going to look for that redirect, but Callie is too fast for him. Ozzy taking it out to the left side. Going to go for the boost. Maybe looking to put this mid, but Yannick does get the slight touch over him. Looking to get the follow-up. Does win the 50 as Callie is going to boom that off his left side wall. Stormer not getting the best touch there, but Callie again on this ball as Psycho just pinching that ball upfield, and it's pretty back and forth in a minute, but Terra looking really strong on offense now. I think they're warmed up, Tom.
Definitely, as they chase down now with Yannick. Callie will clear it away. Yannick goes all alone, then can't find the net on this occasion. Stormer good night, but here's Ozzy then, left hand side, has teammates in the centre, will look to go off of the sidewalk. Psycho clears away. Bobo once more, keeping it alive, but teammates are all going back for boost. Bobo gets a demo on Stormer. Will wait on this ball, try and get to it. Callie takes it off of him. Left hand side, can't get the beating of Stormer. It's so close on a knife edge this game. Bobo has to clear, and does clear. Yannick tries to keep it alive. Psycho now challenging for this one. Ozzy and Callie both challenge. Down to the left hand side, Yannick will try and get to it. Bobo, strong challenge into the centre. Callie alive for him, off of the backboard. No teammate there to follow. Ozzy will take the touch. Not quite able to do anything with the ball just yet. 2 minutes and 45 to go as we go down the left hand side of Psycho. Ozzy will keep it alive. Stormer tries to clear. Callie just in a bit of a pickle with one of the Terra players. Takes a shot though. Psycho clears once more in the DeLorean. Downfield, central it goes. Yannick can't get to it. Ozzy can. Down to the right hand side. Still 0-0 in a potentially decisive game 4. Absolutely nothing in between the two sides just yet.
I think this might be the most minutes we've been goalless between these two teams. 2 minutes and 10 to go. As both teams are pretty even at the minute as Ozzy gets that ball out left. Going to follow it the 100 boost, but Stormer's going to try and take a shot there. Just get the 50 out right. Yannick's looking to convert that into a goal, but unable to get that on target. Bobo unable to get the second touch off the wall. Stormer's going to boom that one up onto the backboard. Yannick, slight touch, slow touch. Wow. That is now the most unfortunate thing that's happened in the series from Callie.
Most unfortunate thing that's happened to him this season, I think, from Callie. Off of the backboard, sneaks it into his own net, and 1 minute and 49 seconds to go. Can they avoid a game 5? You win the first 2 games, the last thing you want is a game 5. Here we go. Bobo will chase down. Bobo going to leave it for Callie. In the end, Callie can't get to it, and in fact they collide with each other. Overtime might just be looming, and to be honest with you, I think this is exactly the way that this is going. Ozzy looks to go into the centre. Bobo will go up for it, does meet it. Stormer can't quite clear it away, but Yannick can. 1:30 onto the clock. Ozzy, this will be slightly over him. Has to retreat back to his own corner. Will retreat back. Will clear away down to the right hand side into the centre. Yannick trying to force an attack. Bobo will clear away. Bobo chases down now. Plenty of boost for Stormer to try and work something out of the corner. Gets bumped. Probably the right call on that occasion. Here goes Callie with the wall into Ozzy. Callie waits on it once more. Bobo is alive. Not quite able to get to it. 1 minute to go is the call on the clock, and this is perhaps the most important minute of the season so far for Dwarves. So we need to avoid this game 5. Here's Ozzy, can't find the net. Callie will try and follow up. Yannick able to clear it away. Now he goes all alone. Can he make it 2? He can't. Stormer not able to turn it home. Bobo keeps it alive. 42 to go on the clock. Here goes Bobo once more. Ozzy's there as well, but it deflects wide.
Now this game's getting heated. It's getting serious now as Ozzy almost own goals. Yannick doesn't go for the shot there, but Psycho's going to try and go for it. Bobo with a great clear out to the right side. 25 seconds left. Terra are going to have to hold on to this lead. They're not looking for a goal now. They're just looking to hang on as 20 seconds now on the clock. Ticking as fast as anything. Psycho's going to decide to leave that ball. Stormer's going to get the good 50 and almost a pop of a Bobo as he's going to clear out to the right side. Ozzy taking his time, grabbing the 100 boost, looking to create a chance here with his air dribble. Pops it over one, but Callie isn't going to go for that ball. He's going to look for the pass in field and drops it. And Terra, they have made it to game number 5. The pressure might now just be building for Dwarfs. This could get bad for Dwarfs.
Well, it's close. They took 3 shots in that game. Only the 3 shots. That's, well, not enough to score. We've seen so far in this series where shooting percentages definitely haven't been on top. Terra have fought so hard. They've had to dig really deep to find this reverse sweep, and now they're 1 game away from it. I should ask you, Dash, who's your money on?
This is a very hard question. I'd probably say I would have said Dwarfs at the start. I think most people will, but in the way Terra are playing now, they look favourites, but obviously this is game 5. Game 5, miracles happen. Teams just, you know, we might see form from Terra, but Dwarfs could just go and turn this around completely because they know what's on the line. Their play-ins, their playoffs, their season is on the line in this next game. So both teams are going to be absolutely at it. And if I had to put my money on it, I would probably put Dwarfs. But that's just my opinion. As we do go to the infamous Champions Field, where their fate, both teams' fates, will be decided.
5 minutes of Knockout Rocket League to decide who goes through into the playoffs and whose season ends right here as we kick off. It's Terra in the blue once more. Stormer cheats the kick off remarkably well. Can't quite find the net on this occasion though. Both though looks for Ozzy. Ozzy will try and go forward, get an early goal, and Ozzy might just get the early goal, and he does. And Dwarfs immediately get themselves ahead into game 5. It's virtually impossible to control a game in this series, but they're going to give it a go.
Ozzy might have just turned on his beast mode. He might just realise now what's on the line is our season. So he might just start having to turn on his carry mode. But yeah, they take the goal in the first 10 seconds as the pressure is heavily being applied by Dwarfs at the minute. Terra just on their back line looking with pretty low boost. Psycho's going to get that onto the wall. Ozzy getting a slight touch into the midfield, but no one able to convert as it's looking very awkward from Terra at the minute in defence. Stormer manages to get that touch over Kali. Yannick's going to follow that up, gets the ball under. Kali able to clear that out to his right side, unable to get the best second touch as Stormer trying to do his best to take that off his wall, but he's getting absolutely bumped by Kali, and that was almost a pinch own goal. Bobo gets that high for Ozzy, he could drop this, gets the reset off the ball, unable to get any close to the second though, as pressure is heavily being built up by Dwarfs at the minute.
Here's Stormer trying to do something with it. They can't get it cleared away though. Kali's in the centre, waits on that really well. Actually, now Stormer trying to take us away. Need to get back into this game as soon as possible. Terra, this might just be the opportunity. Into the centre it goes. Yannick can't get to it. And Bobo gratefully clears away down this left-hand side. Psycho will challenge. Ozzy clears on this occasion. Now a second goal for Dwarfs. Will just give themselves a bit of breathing room. Here goes Ozzy. Stormer with a huge save.
What a save. What a save from Stormer. As Yannick gets that clear out into the midfield as Bobo's going to take that out to the right side of the wall. Yannick doing his best to be speedy and get that into the midfield as Stormer unable to have any boost to put that onto net, but he's going to follow the ball here. Bobo able to get that clear down the field. Psycho looking for that midfield pass, but no one's there as Kali gets that slow touch down to the goal as Ozzy's going to fake that air dribble and he converts it. Ozzy, what a masterclass you're putting on right now for your team. This is looking in your favour.
Dwarfs saving a little bit of a scare, I think. Able to get this 2-0. They've gone through a game 5 before. Maybe this is, well, game 5 merchants indeed, but man, it's literally what I was about to say. Not quite in those words as Ozzy goes once more. Can he find a hat-trick in game 5? No, Yannick will clear it away. Not for now. Anyway, Yannick tries to chase down. Kali clears it away. 2-0. Bit of breathing room. They have given away a 2-goal lead almost before in this series. Ozzy down the left-hand side. Psycho looks to clear it away. Ozzy into the centre. Kali has to rotate back. Now he goes for it, but so does Bobo. They've not been particularly organised so far. This offence into the centre. Cleared away. Bobo will try and get to it. Bobo does get to it. Takes a shot as well. They can't make it 3. Yannick is able to just about get the save, and they're holding on for dear life at the moment, Terra.
Stormer does get that nice boom at the field though. Now they might be starting to turn their switches on and put in this pressure upfield. Stormer doesn't get the best 50 off Ozzy as Ozzy backs out from that touch but does go for the backwards touch. Psycho getting the right end of that 50 as Kali booms that upfield. Ozzy able to get that slight touch. He's going to look for mid. Does get the mid pass. Does he have enough boost to follow? I was about to say, almost gets it in that top left corner. As he keeps putting this pressure on as he picks up their corner boost. As Cali takes that shot on net. And Psycho unable to get the save. And my money might just be right, Tom. This is definitely going in Dwarf's favour at the minute. 3-0 lead. There's 2 minutes left. Still enough time for Terra, but the way they're playing, it does look shaky.
My question is now is where was this Dwarf side in the last 2 games? This is the Dwarf side that we saw in game 1 and game 2.
Building pressure.
Yes, exactly. To the centre it goes off of Yannick. Stormer will clear it away. They need a goal very quickly indeed. It's not over yet for Terra, but it definitely is looking rather bleak indeed. RSC might just be over for them, clearing away. Here goes Yannick. Psycho try and go down the right hand side. Cali goes up for this one, taps it forward. Stormer out of midfield. Cali waits on it. Cali is able to get to it. 21 minutes and 25 to go. And it might not actually be able to play for right now, but this might be a little bit of an opportunity. Stormer will follow up, and he won't find the net.
It's really unfortunate as a minute is almost about to be upon us as Terra have a 3-goal disadvantage as Aussie gets the beat on Psycho. Stormer with a lot of time. Aussie getting the weirdest touch off the wall, but that goes almost straight to Cali. Psycho almost able to convert that into a goal. Stormer getting the 50 midfield, 50 seconds left on the clock. 3 goals is quite a lot to ask for now from Terra the way they're playing, as Aussie just doing his best to kind of run down that clock at the minute. They have a 3-goal lead. Like I said in the last match, they're not looking for goals, they're just looking to maintain this 3-goal lead. Psycho gets that touch out to the right side. Cali able to just put that back into the Terra half. Few double 50s from Terra as Yannick's going to have no boost and just going to pop that into the other half. Cali unable to get the touch off the wall. And this is looking like it's going to Dwarfs, Tom.
Definitely is. 15 seconds to go. Stormer will take it away. Maybe just 1 game too many for this Terra side who thought they could potentially be the comeback kings in this series. Looks like it's not going to be. 2 seconds to go. Stormer might just have an opportunity. He won't. He spikes the ball in the end and Dwarfs are going to win. They never make it easy for themselves, but they might be the game 5 kings.
I think the first thing to say is we have to respect Terra bringing it back to game number 5, but from the chat I don't think Dwarfs lose game number 5, so 3-0 from Dwarfs in that game, complete domination. I think the pressure got to Terra, my bet was right, but yeah, brilliant from Dwarfs. Pressure was applied, shots were taken, goals were converted, and Terra just unable to do anything on their other side. They were just having to stay on their back line constantly, and they just suffered in game number 5, Tom.
So on to the playoffs. Lower round 1, Dwarfs versus loser of match 6. Match 6 being, if I look on my screen, in fact, you know what? I haven't got a clue. Oh, there we go. The loser of Rogue versus Micah faction in the upper tier. There we go. I hate Swiss stages, by the way, in case you can't tell. But the other bracket is Parmis versus Jubatus. And the upper final, that is waiting for the winner of the 2 semi-finals. Fearless Echo Limited at Newport. And, of course, the winner of match 6, which is actually next up. So Rogue versus Micah faction. I'll ask you, Dash, for your closing thoughts. And then we'll outro this bit of the stream.
Yeah, we watched a really good series. Obviously, we saw Dwarfs just dominate in that game number 5. Terra doing really well to bring it back to game number 5, but fortunately they couldn't convert into their game number 5 and their win, and their season has come to a close. But well played to them, well played to Dwarfs. They advance into game M8 where they play loser of M6, which, like you said, is up now. So without further ado, let's wait a few minutes and we will be back with you for that game. Thank you.
We will, where we find who is going to get into, we start to find out who's going to look like they're getting into that grand final at Saturday at 2200 CET. We'll see you in about 10 minutes time.
Doesn't feel like yesterday. It feels so far away. Now you're gone out of my life. You're gone without a fight. Simple things take more heart to lay it down. Where would I start? These crazy days we ran the world. Sweeter moments, time stood still. It always seems impossible in the darkness of my mind. Together we're unstoppable. You forever light my skies. Chasing past and chasing you. When you're lost along the way, running on every cloud you get. I'm chasing yesterday. Running on every cloud you get. I'm chasing yesterday. I'm chasing yesterday. It never hurts to turn your back on the things that you got wrong. It always hurts looking back. Find lyrics to a song. Weakest side takes force of mind. You need to help me win this fight. These crazy days we ran the world. Sweeter moments you were hurt. It always seems impossible in the darkness of my mind. Together we're unstoppable. Forever lighting my skies. Chasing past and chasing you. Lost along the way. Running on every cloud you get. I'm chasing yesterday. Running on every cloud you get. I'm chasing yesterday.
Welcome into our final match of the night. We will be figuring out some packet loss issues going on in the grounds early on here, so bear with us. However, we will start by saying Dan and Sir Winalot are going to be the casters tonight, and we just finished an amazing match before this. Another Game 5 thriller in Manila, and it was pretty close. We're looking for more of that here today, Dan, as we have a classic matchup between Rogue and Micah faction. Dan, we are looking good here. What did you think about that last match?
Yeah, it was really, really good. Almost a reverse sweep. I absolutely love it when that happens. I love it even more when the reverse sweep is realized, but we can't always get what we want. But another best of 5 coming up. It should be fantastic. Really looking forward to it. The teams are looking really strong heading into this one as well. Two very, very good teams that we're about to see playing as well in this prospect division. So it's going to be a very interesting matchup. Are we going to go all the way to Champions Field? Will we be completely done by the time we reach game number 3? I cannot wait to find out.
I cannot wait either. As we see here, we have some stats for us. It's actually very, very even as far as placements. However, there are a couple of wins extra for Rogue here, and the thing with that is I like to look at goals for and goals against. That really paints a picture, and it's very even. Going forward here, I think demos are going to play a big part of it, as they usually do. Shooting percentage is actually identical. Dan, what are those stats? What do you think is going to be the main trigger here?
Honestly, they're looking really, really even. A couple extra saves for Rogue, a couple extra goals against, like 3 goals against extra for the entire season. It's like almost nothing. A few less goals scored for the Micah faction as well. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a very close fought game. I think the only real stat that's had quite a big difference is the demos. And if we do see a lot of demos coming out, it gets super difficult to play against a team that gets a lot of demos against you. There are ways you can do it, but you really have to work together as a team to get there. And it definitely will be a bit of a challenge if Micah faction do start coming out with those demos, especially if they start with it early on. Just looking at the stats, it is goal percentage is the key thing, right? 40% of the shooting. So it just makes it really, really difficult to pick who's going to make the best play here, because you've got 2 teams that just are so evenly matched. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting best of 5, that is for sure.
Yeah, we see that. 1 player on each team, 2 players total that have over 70 games played this season. Those are going to be the veterans. We are looking to see what we can do about this server, okay? So keep in mind, guys, we're going to be working through the lag here and see what we can do. However, we do see some high shooting percentages on those stats earlier. For me, it's going to come down to the veterans once the pressure is applied, Dan. The players who have played the most end up holding the higher end of the backpack. So that, for me, is going to be the decider of today. Who do you have today winning, Rogue or Micah faction?
I've got to say, I have very little to go off in terms of who I think is going to take the victory between these 2 teams. As we saw with the stats, very, very even. So I'm going to go purely based on bias and go Micah faction, for no other reason than I've played for them when I was playing in RSC back when I actually used to play, and before I realized that my fate was forever to be Diamond. But yeah, it was a great team to play for, so I'll go for them. I'll say 3-2 because we've had a lot of best of 5s going to game 5s today, so we'll keep with that trend and go for 3-2, but I'll go with Micah faction for this one, just taking the edge.
Well, I love it. I'm going to go with Rogue, and I'm going to go 3-2 as well, to be honest. I was thinking 3-1, but you're right. We've had so many game 5s today. Let's keep that 100% ratio moving along, and hopefully we see an exciting match again. And we're going to get some word here on what we are going to be using for the lobby. I believe we have everyone ready, but we're gonna just get some final word here.
Yep, just taking a look at the first map that we will be having a look at. It's definitely a fan favorite. It's my favorite map personally, so I always love it when we start off these best of 5s with a map 1 with a brilliant map. So yeah, it's going to be a good start to this best of 5. just waiting for the players to actually arrive into the game lobby. And that is the thing that always takes the most time, because no one likes to ready up. They always like to make us wait. So
They do, and it's people are leaving and joining here. They do not like. We have our first little squabble of the game here. Both teams jockeying for the mental possession, saying, "Hey, we're not playing this match. The lobby's doo-doo." That's what we keep seeing, and we're gonna be probably resetting the server here. Probably send out some new codes. I would imagine. We're gonna get word from our back office here. We're gonna get everyone on it.
This is hilarious. I've just come out of the next lobby, and Psionics seems to think it's my problem. You seem to be experiencing packet loss. Would you like to troubleshoot the problem?
My packets. I'm getting the same thing on my end. So maybe that was a bit of a tough lobby. We're going to try and get word here from the back office soon for what the new password's going to be for the players to join into the next lobby. I'd imagine that we get that message to us very soon. We have a very good crisis team at the back, Dan. They handle these things very quickly.
Yeah, we've been creating private matches solidly, one after the other, for a good 5-10 minutes now. And the players aren't happy with any of them. Personally, I think they're just being a bit picky. Like, let's just play. But we always want it to be, especially at this late end of the season when every single series matters. You want it to count. You want it to be as equal as possible. You don't want players on 300 pings. So we've got to go through the due process, make sure everyone's on an even playing field here. We have got a new lobby. We'll see if this one's any better. Hopefully, we don't get that dreaded packet loss symbol somewhere up here.
I agree. I think might be a good time to... I see chat there. I see chat saying your name's Dane, not Danny. Dan boy. But I was liking Dan. Might be the accent, the Canadian accent coming through. But Dane it is until you correct.
Many things. I answered to many things. It's it's a name that isn't very common, and so with my whole life I have been called many things. The
boys call you Dan? Do you ever get Dan from the boys?
I don't get Dan that often, but it does come up every now and again. So.
All right, well, thank you for Merritt's coming to the rescue there. And it does look like we're all getting into this lobby, and it does look...
Are we going to get going?
A little bit better.
We? Are they happy?
The question's going to be...
We have packet loss.
Who hosts?
Who
hosts the lobby?
This is almost getting ridiculous. Like, how many servers do we have to go through before we can get one that works?
We're trying to get a fair playing field for all of the competitors, and there seems to be a little bit of match fixing going on in the back end here. Someone's trying to mess with the match, and we are going to be leaving this one as well. As we hang tight here, Dane, I gotta mention one thing as well. It's got to be hard to stay focused as a player while this keeps getting reset. I have to mention this. What are you telling to the guys if you're in this position here? What are you telling to everyone, trying to keep their mind sharp, everyone hype? What's the halftime talk here?
I would say they're in the same boat. It doesn't matter. Stuff like this never seems to affect me. It only affects me if I'm sat there on the pitch waiting. Maybe then it starts to get to me, but if I'm just waiting to get into a lobby, it's cool. It can wait. But we'll see. We'll see how the player's mentality is affected. Obviously, it's a pretty important game. It's a pretty important game. We are in the upper bracket still, so if you lose, it's not the end of the world. But you always want to win and just go straight through, right? You never want to have to go down into the lowest. You've got to done a good job to get here. You don't want to be messing about in the lower bracket where things go completely crazy. You want to stay up nice on the top. Where you seem to belong. So
yeah, as long as you can, anyways, right? Like that is, I agree. That's a really good point. It saves you heartache for later. You can only take so much emotional damage throughout a bracket system like this, right? As a squad, the better squads can take more damage. But as we get more into this bracket, the cleaner that you make it through, sometimes the better, depending on the team here. And it sounds to me like we may have found an okay server here, Dane.
I'm loading in now. Manfield Knight. Can we get a game?
It's really hard to keep changing. It's really hard to keep rotating all of these fans from stadium to stadium. It's getting very annoying, I'm sure.
The eggs are becoming hard to source. Having eggs.
Yeah, it's getting expensive for both parties here.
Global egg shortage.
We can only give out so many coupons for the hot sauce and eggs. You know,
I've got a real. Oh my! I can't speak. We are ready. There we go. We are ready in the chat. I've got another. We are ready in the chat. I've got one person saying they have latency variation.
I mean, if we let it calm down for a second.
Ready. I've got 3 readies. I'll be going. Oh.
Obviously, both teams taking it very seriously. Okay, it looks like we were getting a bit of trolling in chat. I don't even like to use that word while I'm casting. It seems to me that they are totes ready.
We have
players joining. We have players joining the pitch. And it was actually just a I'm not joining first game. And we are hearing the engines roaring. They are off. I'm not sure what happened there. People have left the match.
Oh dear. We are going to have another break. That's what's going to happen. We're going to have another break. We're going to redo it. We're going to try again. The players sort of left and joined and left and joined.
We do have to reset
People are leaving again.
Yeah, we do have to reset the lobby.
But at least all the players joined for once. We're making slow progress. Progress, yes, but slow progress.
Dane, I didn't want this to be your and I's first interaction like this. I felt like it should have went smoother. We deserve better, so do the fans. But the players also deserve the best environment to play in, so you do not feel hard done by. I'd imagine it's going to be the same lobby loading in information.
Let's see what's going on here. This is I will say this is not the way you want to start off a players match. At this point, I feel like it might start to get into the mental of the players.
This is going to start to get into the mental of the players. I don't know if this is strategic or not. However, if it is, it's quite the mind games that are going on, and I really hope it's not that. But going forward here, we do have people asking for Dane's number in chat, and that is an exciting thing for you, I'm sure, Dane.
Hang on, I gotta see this myself. Let's open up the stream. I try not to do this because sometimes it just completely destroys my internet connection, but we're gonna do it anyway. It's not like we got anything to actually cast on just yet, so let's get this up. If I can actually remember the link to the stream, it would be great. Right, there we go. We get there.
You might not see the chat now, but you're gonna have to just believe me.
Oh, chat is hilarious. This is great.
I would really like to get a wave in the chat right now. If everyone could type wave in chat, that would be really cool.
Oh yeah, this would be great. Yeah,
that would be really cool.
Like,
like everybody, like an actual wave at a stadium. But oh, there it goes. Ah! It's the wave in chat. Oh my God, Dane, is this the first ever wave RSC has ever seen? I don't know.
It may well be. This is fantastic.
Is this history in the making right now, Dane? Oh my goodness.
We're having a great time. We are.
Hopefully not a long one, but we're having a great one. This is crazy.
This is brilliant. This is better than any RSC match has ever been.
It is. I'm already getting excited.
This is pure content. Why do people want me to hit the gritty?
No. Can you do it?
Why? No. Why? What is this?
Don't do this to yourself, Dane. Don't listen to them. Don't fall for their tricks. You have to keep your professional composure.
Just for Aussie.
Do it one time. Okay, we're actually getting ready here. People are joining. They're joining the match. I hope you're in here, Dave.
Oh, I can't
Here we
find
go.
the details.
That's all right. I'll take over for a bit. You let me know when you're in. And they are off. All 3 players are in. We have started off the post to begin with. Danger already missing a banger of a game. It's really close off the kickoff goal, and they're actually going to have a chance to counterattack right off the bat. It's going to be on net. It is not in. It is saved. Standard save, but still a good one. Slicey pushes off to the left. This is going to be an open goal. Just Jamie actually rotates really strong. He gets over the post for the corner. This is an open net. He fakes. Or misses. You're in. You're in. It's good to hear you, Dane. Take over for a second. Get your lips wet on this game because this is going to be a quick one. I think it's going to be absolutely. That's him.
The most professional casting duo you've ever heard in your entire life. 30 seconds in. Oh, it feels like we've been here for years. But 30 seconds in, we get our first goal. And I will not hit the gritty because my room is an absolute state behind me. I've barely been home for more than a few days. I've been out from the country for almost the entire year. It has not been a good start for my room. I've still got trash behind me from Christmas. But we're carrying on with the game as the shot is almost there. Hunter almost gets the goal, gets a save even. Brilliant save it is. And after a minute, we're 1-0 up. Oh, it's good to be back in the Rocket League universe rather than whatever the last 10 minutes has been. What a save.
It is good to be back in the game, and we get to see the best player that's in! Hunter scores! He brings it back. It's a minute into this game. We have 2 goals, 0 gritties, and a lot of excitement. I cannot wait for this game to start heating up because both teams are obviously not happy with each other with how this game started, and it's caused a lot of animosity down on the field, Dane.
Absolutely. This is a sort of interactive casting you just don't get in the RLCW. Now, personally, I've never heard of the RLCW. A pinch save. What is that? As just Jamie will get the clear and put it back into the blue half. But here we go. Oh, it's a fake. It's a fake on the offense, and the defenders don't get fooled by it. Hunter misses a ball. A whoop is going to get a shot. It's into the top corner of the net. And we are 2-1 here in game number 1. And it is an early lead for Micah Faction. Once again, a Wolf gets on the score sheet this time. It's a beautiful shot.
It was gorgeous, right slotted into the top right bins there. It's exactly where you want it, and right where Mama keeps the peanut butter. So that's definitely something more that they want to see of, because there's another chance on net again. It is relentless, chance after chance. They are just no defense team. There's a no, we're going 4 forward, 3 above the half. As another chance is going to be on net, it's cleared, and we finally see a bit of consistency coming from a Wolf. He has been taking over as he goes with the bump, and just Jamie gets a side piece of that while Hunter takes over. Morakonda is going to be really looking to squeeze on this one because it's going to be up and off to the left side of the corner to the safe side of the left field. And Dane, as the play picks up, so do we. But we have to say here, it's still anyone's game.
Absolutely, this is the kind of back and forth you get when not every single player can hit the ball consistently. This is what we love to see. And save from a Wolf gets the opening goal. Gets the second goal, sorry, to put his team in front, and now will get a save to keep them there. Oh, and almost gets the shot away as well. Pops the ball back into the middle, and that's a beautiful clear from Hunter. And another great save from Tootin. This is getting ridiculous now as the ball is into the middle. Slicey Shez tries to get something on it, but a Wolf is there for the block. And now Jamie, from way up high, pops the ball down. It's off the and it's 3-1.
Oh my goodness, Dane! What a play this is! Great call, and he was up in the skies, gets back down, and a Wolf comes back out from the third man in and sees an opportunity and takes it bar down and in. What a play! It's 3-1 for your men in pink here.
Well, I said I was gonna back the boys, and it's going well for me so far. I had very little data to back up my decision with, but now I have what I need. I've seen what I need to see. The ball up into the midfield. Hunter isn't gonna get anything on that one just yet, and a Wolf now looking to make it 3 from the backboard. Oh, it doesn't quite get there. Pop up into midfield, gonna get put out way into the distance by the defense. What an exciting matchup we've had so far. The shot's on. It's 3-2 as Slicey Shares gets themselves onto the scoreboard.
you can almost feel the intensity from both teams. You really can, and I say almost is because I feel like this game has something left to give here, Dane. It's a back and forth action, both teams taking their chances. 3-2 with a minute 45 seconds left. Anyone's game. Don't go anywhere, folks. We are tuned in tightly here as the ball is going to be needed to be having some backboard defense as they do, and they're going to clear their lines, but they did not get boost, so they might have a little bit of a problem keeping it there. They do. It's going to be back off the right wall. Big contact needed. Slowly pushed into the middle. It could be dangerous, but their team is there with an accidental double commit that turned into a bump, and it could be off the back wall. Great save by Justin Jamie. It's all the way back down. It's going to be pitched to the own net. Oh! Get off the left post. You see how close that was?
It was so close. So close. Nearly a team pinch backwards into their own net, but they make it work somehow, some way. And now Hunter pops the ball down and calms things down. The ball back up in the air again, where anything can happen here in Prospect. The pass into the midfield is a good one, but the defense is better. Just Jamie has to get a good touch here in the corner. Does so successfully. Gets it past a brilliant 50 with Hunter. Tooten pops it back into the back corner. We have just 45 seconds left. Just Jamie gets a good touch. Hunter's here for the shot. The try and tie us up. Hunter makes it 3-3 and we are tied up with 43 seconds on the clock.
Just as you make the call, with not a lot of time left, he says, we don't need any more time. We need a goal. Here we go. And he puts it into that top right bins again. Both teams throwing haymakers right now. With 40 seconds left, we can see overtime in the first game. Really shaping up for this best-of-5 series. Is a great save by Hunter. And he's going to almost hit the roof. Gets back down slowly as Tooten takes over. Justin Jamie's over. And Wolf has to take off the pass to the right side. And there's going to have to be a good touch here as the secondary challenges come up. And it's up. This is an opportunity. It could be. Oh, Dane, what a save. You just see Slicey there. He did so well.
Such a good save there to keep the minute. 20 seconds left. Are we going to see a last gasp goal here? Or are we going to overtime? The ball's popped up. It's off the ceiling. It's down in front of net. The demo goal line. Moriconda's there. Good ball again. Oh, shot away. And now 3 seconds left. Can they get a shot away or are they going to put the ball down? They'll keep it up. The demos are out.
They are out.
It finally hits the ground. We have overtime in game number 1. They made us wait for the series, but boy, are they giving us a good one.
They are. Thank goodness they are too. Obviously, it was worth the wait as we have our overtime start up. It's always weird in these overtimes. It feels like in the first 30 seconds there's just a goal sometimes, but they do seem to get out of the kickoff, and they are counter. Oh, he almost redirects that. That was really close, Dane. And everybody, you hear a whole ooh, from the crowd because they knew the potential for another chance on net. It's a good save by Hunter, rotating quietly but quickly into the left side. And Tooten is up. He gets a touch. It's going to be off the backboard. Who's there to finish? Oh, he saves it out to the left side. If anyone was quicker on that, it could have been a problem. It's going to be back on net. Oh, opportunity. Dane, did you see how close that was? I hit out a huge demo. I think you're right about the demos, Dane. I think those are going to make the difference in this overtime.
Just Jamie almost puts that into their own net, just about avoiding it. A couple of whiffs coming through as the ball hovers over the halfway line, but I feel like the end of the series, end of the match, the game even, is near a whiff with a shot, and Tooten's going to pop the save way out to the right side of the pitch, but it's dangerous. It pops back in front of net. Nobody there. Next touch will be by Tooten, trying to make things happen here all on his own with the solo play into the corner now. A big clear from Micah Faction. Only up to the halfway line though, as Tooten now picks up the ball. Was trying to get something to happen with a solo play, but it's not quite there. Who's back from Micah Faction? It's just Jamie. Leaves the ball in a dangerous position, and game 4-3 in overtime, and we have a winner.
That was an absolutely insane game. I can't believe we just got to witness that. It was high octane the whole time, and both teams gave it their all. Now the question is, how do you recover after the overtime loss, Dane? What are you telling to the guys? What are you saying to the teammates? What is everyone doing here? How do you keep the mentals high while you go into the next one? Because you don't want to go down 2-0.
You really don't want to go down 2-0 in a best of 5. It is really the kiss of death, as it were. It's almost impossible to come back from that. However, this was such a close game. I feel like there's not much you can say. Just keep playing the way you're playing, and it may well just pop off for you. So, yeah, Micah Faction have a little bit of coming back to do. However, I think they are well on track to making this a fun series for us. I said it was going to go to game 5, 3-2. That's still very possible, so I'm not taking too much away from this one. I feel like it's going to be a good one. Ooh, we're just waiting for one player to ready up. The servers are still having a bit of a nightmare. Players are flashing on and off the screen in front of me. I don't know what's going on, but game 2 is going to be another good one. They did make us wait for this. And I'm very glad that we actually stuck around because we just got treated to a fantastic first game.
Yeah, a couple of free coupons later for the fans. They all did the wave. They were keeping in good spirits, and that's what we like to see.
Can we get another one?
Well, I think we might need another wave after that that overtime loss. If anyone's there, if anyone's got a pulse, we need a wave to start this next game. As they come back for a drink, they are ready. The engines are roaring. The crowd is waving, and we see a lot of madness starting up on this game. And I feel like this game is going to be a very intense one as the countdown begins. Dane, we are off, and first contact is made. Awoof again taking over. He has already had a great game there. It's a little unlucky for his team to have a loss. I think Hunter is going to be more valuable this game too. We see a lot of players always getting better and better as the season goes. It's a great pass. It's going to be a save. A lot of great saves that first game as well. Had us on the edge of our seats. Those 50s right in front of the net could have went anywhere. As this one does is up into the sky, and Murakami gets a great touch. This could be our first goal.
Oh, it's off the crossbar.
So close, Dane. So close. And how do you feel about the pace of this game so far?
It's really high tempo. They're going back and forth, back and forth. A bit of a whiff from a woof, and oh, Hunter can't get there either. Just saving Micah Faction, letting them stay goalless for another few seconds. This could be dangerous. Onto the backboard, Wolf with a good clear. Can follow up. Bit of a backflip. Fakes out the defender. Goes for the shot. Is it going to go all the way?
Who is this guy? Look at this, Dane! He does a great fake and then gets to the ball early and flicks it over. That's a big brain play from a big moment player. From Awoof himself, he's here to stay, I think, Dane.
Was it intentional? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
It worked, and that's all that matters. A minute into proceedings here in game number 2. Micah Faction take the early lead, and it's a lead that they so desperately need if they want to stay in this series.
They do, and no one really knows whoever with a fake, do they? But it looked... Oh, it's close! That was really forming fast there, and it's going to be on us to keep up with the play. It's hard, though, guys. It is moving quickly as Awoof takes, hopefully, control after this. Wow, what an angle! Oh, Dane, I got to say here, this is great Rocket League, and I think we got more of this to come. But, as you said earlier, every play right now is so important. Where do you think the next goal is coming from? Do we have them leading up 2-0, or do we think it's going to be 1-1?
Oh, I feel like we definitely have a good few more goals in this game. If anything, if the last game is anything to go by, what we've learned so far in this series is these two teams are incredibly close matched. Awoof is absolutely out of their mind. It's 2-0 to just Jamie, and the last thing we've learned so far in this series is banana peels cannot spell.
Wow. It was as close as that, isn't it, Dane? I mean, the 50 was there to get out, and the challenge was needed, and they just softly put it in there, kept it strong, and 2-0 is where we're at, as the stranglehold of the series is looking to be just snatched away. As almost a chance on net right away there, and they're doing so well reading that ball off the wall. They haven't missed once yet, and it's causing a lot of issues for our guys in blue here, Rogue, to take advantage of the offensive pressure that they're applying.
I'm loving this from Twitch chat. They've got the chants going. They're all getting involved. This is fantastic stuff. But is it going to be helpful? There's the demo on the goal line. It will amount to nothing. Just Jamie on the sidewall. Can't make anything from that. It is going to be a 2v3 though as another demo comes in. Awoof into the corner. Hunter is there for the clear, and Awoof goes all the way back to home territory for the boost. Ball back up. Slicey Shares has the boost to go for it, but chooses not to. Sees Jamie on the backboard, who misses anyway. This could be interesting now as the ball pops up a couple times. It's going to pop up all the way in front of net. Slicey Shares is there for the shot. And they are one step closer to getting back into this game.
You called it earlier, you said it, then it happened. The demos were big, but that wasn't quite murder on the goal line, but it was definitely enough of a shove to end up in jail time, because that goal goes right in, no goalie in sight, with a great bump to push him off to the left. What a great play by Rogue. And like you said, these demos might start to cause an issue. It's so hard to play against sometimes.
It absolutely is, and a beautiful touch there by a Wolf. Gets past one, gets past two. Slicey Shares chasing the ball all the way back to their own backboard, and Just Jamie is going to pop the ball down into the middle as well. It won't amount to anything just yet, as Morakonda now picks up the ball in midfield, gives it away though to Hunter, gets it back. It's staying in midfield for a while now, and it's an open... Tutu with the block on halfway. It's going to travel the length of the pitch and all the way in. We are level once again. Are we seeing the comeback repeat itself?
That would just be heartbreaking for them. I really hope it doesn't happen just for their emotional sake, but that challenge at the half line was quite the dunk. He was right over top of him, and there was no one in rotation to save that. What a play.
Are we going to see them take the lead now as well? The ball's in front of them. Hunter's going to... What is going on here? Micah Faction choking. 93 seconds left, and from a 2-0 lead, it's 3-2 to Rogue. What is going on?
It's hard to tell, but I think they're starting to try and dodge demos on the back wall, and it's actually making them struggle with clearing the ball. Hunter, like I said, was going to be a big part of this game, and he is. He's showing up very timely with a minute and a half left, scores one, and they have now, is that 3 goals unanswered in just a minute and a half?
Oh, that's dangerous. That's so dangerous to watch with a good touch there. Tutun's going to pop it off the corner. Morakonda will get a good clear, though. That's going to go all the way to the backboard now. Slicey Sheds gets another good touch. It's almost over a Wolf. And is anybody there for a second touch from Micah Faction? The answer to that is no. But Just Jamie now starts to clean things up. Tutun will take the ball back down into red territory, pops the ball in front of net. Can they make it 4? Is anybody there? The answer is yes, and the name is Just Jamie getting the save, and we stay at 3-2, 50 seconds left. Where is this game going? Nobody knows.
No one knows, but Just Jamie had an idea. It's going to be any misses. Oh, Just Jamie's going to say, Just Jamie's here to play. I don't know what it is, but that was an amazing save. I'm not over it yet. A Wolf is up, and it's going to be over to Just Jamie just in time. He is. It's going to be off to the left wall now. Everybody is throwing everything, Dan. I don't know what to do. It's crazy with 30 seconds left. Could we see a last-second effort?
Oh, it's 20 seconds left now. It's getting very close to Micah Faction. They need to win this one if they don't want to go 2-0 down in this best-of-5 series. A Wolf off the sideboard, puts the ball into the middle. Morakonda will keep it there with a good 50 for Slicey Shares. It's off the backboard. 5 seconds left. Jamie can't get the ball down. It's all over.
Oh, heartbreak in the midfield there. It looked like he tried to wave dash, and he might have just messed up. I'm not positive. It was just a lot of pressure. You can hardly fault the player for feeling the pressure, but they did. And now what we have is a reverse sweep possibility or a miracle with 3 seconds left.
Well, we're hearing in the chat, can we get a Game 5 15-minute overtime? I, for one, hope so. But it's not looking too likely. The teams are so evenly matched, but Rogue just have the edge for the second game running now. Just 1 from 3 needed for Rogue now. It's looking like it's going to go their way, but Micah Faction taking the lead in both games and just choking. They looked so good in the first couple of minutes. We were sure that they would win. And Rogue from nowhere, 3 quick goals to take the lead, and they never looked back again. Oh, we're going to game 3, and it's tense.
It is. I would say after 10 minutes of Rocket League, a little bit more at the overtime, let's just call it 11. I would believe that Micah Faction has dominated for about 9.5 minutes. They seem to be all over them, and they seem to be playing well. They have the lead for a large portion of these games, and they find themselves down 2-0.
Yeah, it is. It must be heartbreaking for them. They played really well. That's the thing, is there's a couple of really awful goals to concede. Like, in Micah Faction, they faced that 2-0 scoreline. We now go to Sovereign Heights. And this is where it all comes down to, can Micah Faction take anything from this series? Or are we going to get a 3-0 sweep that nobody would have expected coming in to this, especially having watched the first game? The players are getting ready on the pitch, and we certainly are up in the casting booth as well. I hope you are in chat as well. Can we get another wave to start off this game 3?
I would love to see the wave. You see the crowd in anticipation in this blocked city. We have absolutely taken over this park, and everyone is waiting in anticipation as they get the first touches. The 50's off, and it's going to be into the right-hand corner of the field. And we have our first touches from Murakanda, and they are looking to say, hey, those first 2 games are a little bit fluky. We're not going anywhere. The reverse sweep is possible because we should have won the first 2 anyways. And that is going to be, it's on the crossbar. Dane, oh my goodness! That was almost mayhem after the first 30 seconds of this game go by. We already see a little bit of a shaky start on the defensive end.
Oh, it is a save by Moricon. It was nearly the perfect start for Rogue, but it's not quite there yet. It's a woof off the post that's helped on its way by Tootin. Just Jamie off the backboard. Can't get the double to go down enough. And now Moriconda still keeping the ball deep inside the blue half. Not letting them have anything on the ball. A woof with the shot, and Slicey Shez will keep it out. But for how long? Hunter with a good clear, but they haven't had a sight at the Micah Faction goal in a minute now. Oh, and Moriconda misses the open net opportunity as well. It's all falling apart, and they'll finally get the ball cleared.
Well, you know what they say, save at one end, goal at the other. I think that was about 3 saves at one end, so something's got to give here, Dane, and I hope it's not their end, because we got to look at this from a unbiased perspective. It's a game where you have to take your chances, or you could get hurt. Oh, that's Dane! They want to save, he just gets it off the top left corner. Save a one-end goal at the other, maybe. As they come back, the counterattack's back on, and it's going to be over to Slicey, and it could just be not their day. I don't know, Dave. It could just be not their day.
It really could, and that was such a good opportunity, and what a beautiful save to pop it onto the crossbar and then down onto the post as well, and somehow it stays out. Now the players getting all nervous on the back line. Hunter looking to get another touch, but it will be cleared by Moriconda. Oh, Wolf and Jamie both up. Neither of them get a touch. Balls back towards their own. It's 1-0 to Rogue. They take the lead. They have one hand on this series.
They do. They're so close right now, but can you believe they find themselves down 1-0, Micah? After the start they had, they just couldn't capitalize, and then the counterattack was swift and strong, and it's into the net. 1-0 for Rogue.
Here we go then. We get back underway. Oh, they're going to get a quick equalizer. Wow. Moricon gets them level. This came out of nowhere. 3 minutes left on the clock. Everybody misses the ball. Every single player misses the ball. And it goes in. I think that's the kind of luck that Micah Faction are going to need to get back into the series. If we want a game number 4, they're going to need a bit more of that.
I think so too, and it's good for the mentals. Just a chink in the armor is what it feels like, as it could be again. It's off the crossbar, after the bounce, which is not something you usually say in pre-depressing order, but it is in this case. It was that. That was a very awkward play, and no one really knew how to handle it. But it does stay out as they get another chance to counter here off of a bad clear off the middle of the wall and back into the middle. You want to stay away from doing that. We'll see how they can do here. It's a great 50 off the side wall. No boost. It's going to be a counterattack again. Just Jamie all the way down the field, already grabbing boost as they steal. Toon's going to be good here. He misses that. Oh, a huge demo.
Oh, they can't do anything with it, though.
No, they couldn't. Dane, but you are right. These demos are how they're going to be back in the game. I strongly believe with what you say. I'm completely convinced now. It was a very good call by you. I think the demos are the way back in.
They have to be. They need something. They're not able to get stuff in. Just Jamie reversing into the ball. 0 power on that Tootin with probably the easiest save that they'll make all series. Long and a Wolf putting it back towards their own net, and the teammate is there to take the ball away. It's back in front of their net again, and Micah Faction living dangerously on the edge here. 1 minute 40 to go. A Wolf from the sidewall. Oh, it almost goes all the way through, but Tootin is there. But it's not over yet. The ball back into the midfield. Hunter with a clear. Tootin with a shot. It's all the way through, and it's 2-1 to Rogue. They have their hand back on the series.
Oh my goodness, it was just chaos in the corner there for a second. And it just rotated out, and they didn't overcommit in the corner, which was a great play, and they pays dividends as he redirects that right into the open goal. 2-1 with a minute and a half left, and it seems like Mike is dominating the game again, but they find themselves down. What is the secret sauce for this Rogue team?
Overcommits.
I believe it. I agree.
They know they need this game, and they're committing all 3 players forward, and when you do that, you have a massive risk that if you don't put it in, you'll have a massive opportunity for the other team to make something of that opportunity. Exactly what's happening here. Tootin passes it down. Slice Shares isn't there. Tootin tries to go alone. The shot's going to go well wide into the corner. And now, will they be able to make something of this? They've got 1 minute left to try and make something happen. Tootin pops the ball up and out of harm's way for now. And Hunter with another good clear, taking it all the way back into the red half. It's so close here. Tootin with a shot to end the series. Oh, Wolf gets there in time to make the save, and with 40 seconds left now, what do Micah Faction have left in the tank?
Well, they've got to find it. They've got to figure it out right now. If something doesn't happen in this next 30 seconds, they're going home early, and they don't want that. You can tell the way they're playing. Everyone's digging in, but they're going to have to probably make one more save here just for good cause. We have 25 seconds left, and we do not have any sight of goal here. This is a chance. It could be. Oh, it's off the post. The counterattack is on. Is this an opportunity for them to score? They have to get the demo. They get. Oh, what a save by Hunter. Can you believe it, Dane? He was all alone in his own end, and the demo was on. And just as we said the demo was going to be their demise, it wasn't their own. I can't believe it. One more chance. It surely could be.
Timmy off the crossbar into the corner. The ball's all the way out, and Rogue have done it. In 3, they do it in 3. They've just had the edge on Micah Faction, and they take the series in a sweep. Nobody was expecting this coming into the series, and Rogue have surprised everybody. They come through and take it 3-0. What have we just watched?
Well, we put Micah down into the lower brackets now. We can confirm that. We weren't sure if they wanted to be there, that's for sure, but we do know where they're going to be now. They're going to have to be playing for their lives. What an amazing match. What an amazing series. Every game decided by 1 goal, if that's correct. Maybe a late one at the end for that last game. I'm not going to count it. Insane. It seemed like Micah actually kind of dominated that game as well. That was the issue. They were playing really well. It could not finish.
Yep, they're still in the playoffs, Micah Faction. They're not out of things, but that is not how you want to get there.
I agree. Yeah,
0-3 in a best of 5. You do not want that. That was an insane series. They made us wait for it, but boy did they deliver.
They did, and what amazing matches it was. If you didn't know who won these matches, you didn't see a final score, you wouldn't be able to tell it was going to be a 3-0 sweep. I can tell you that much. But Rogue just seemed to have the final minute of play on lock, and they were just withstanding wave after wave after wave of pressure from Micah, and that seals it for this one.
I'm still in shock, honestly. That was back and forth. But just getting the edge for Rogue every single time. Micah Faction, what more did they have to do? They just, I think they sort of panicking. Maybe they knew they had to win, and they get, I think. Here's something. Can we get a fist bump on stream? Now I'm gonna try and do this first time and figure out which direction I have to fist bump in order to reach you. Okay. I don't want to be doing this twice.
Then I'll put it there
way too many times.
I'll put it there.
I'm looking on stream. There's a delay. Yes! There we go. Up a bit. Oh, are we going to get there?
I think we're there. It looks good to me.
There we go.
We love it. Oh, what a match it was. And it was a pleasure being in the booth with you, Dane. And as we look forward to the new playoff series being made, we do have some favorites still left in the tournament, including Micah. We had a lot of fans there. The wave was strong for them, and I don't think we've seen the last of them yet.
No, absolutely not. They definitely have a lot of confidence now heading into these playoffs. We can see the bracket on screen. 8 teams in the playoffs bracket. It is a gauntlet that Micah Faction now have to face. They pretty much have to play everybody if they want to make it to that grand final. It is a grueling grand final as well. If you do get there from that lower bracket, you need to win not just 1 best of 7, but 2. There is a bracket reset that you have to do. You have to make sure the upper final team has actually lost a series in the playoffs, which until that point they obviously wouldn't have. But some really strong teams there. It is going to be a fantastic next few days and weeks of RSC. I cannot wait for these playoffs to kick off.
I can't either. Keep an eye on all the socials, guys. Make sure you follow RSC everywhere you are, and you'll be able to be informed. That going forward, Dane, I don't think we have anything left to say, unless you have any final remarks.
Just they made us wait, but what a series that they gave us. And you know, I always love this. I love RSC because the community is fantastic. The Twitch chat has been brilliant the entire time. And yeah, I love interacting with the community. So if ever you see me on a cast and you start spamming stuff in Twitch chat, just know I am seeing it. I am seeing it. The chants that we had today were fantastic. Keep it up, guys, everyone in the community. And I cannot wait for a fantastic playoffs.
Well, that will be doing it for us. And as Sir Winalot and Dane sign off, we'll see you guys next time.